What is going on, guys? How is everybody doing tonight? Let me get some of these links out there, get some invites going on. Forgot where the button was to copy the link. I have like one bug down here flying around. It's annoying. What is everybody getting into tonight? What is everybody doing? What is everybody building? I have downloaded a ton of stuff today for the next I guess mock series build, not the castle but the other one. Sorry, I was reading something. But I have yet to get any footage from anybody. I've put feelers out there. I've tried to get people to like participate in this, and they just won't. I don't know what to tell them. What's up, David? How's it going? You have a good day today? I send out all these links, it takes forever, and it like slows us down so much. I wish I had a way to like just have everything selected and do it like a mass with one click at once, but it won't do that. Try to do it a couple different ways because I have to do it on Facebook, and then of course YouTube, it lets everybody know, but then I have to go in through Discord and post it on there. Plus, it probably don't help all what I got open. I got my editing software and Lego Studio open. Bogging it down. Got 2 more links to post to Facebook and then 2 to Discord. That one's done. That one's done. And that one's done. I'll go to Discord. What's going on, Tyler? TC is in the house. Maybe there's a different way to go about posting all these. Like, I don't know if there's if there's something simple to do. I guess on Facebook you can't because everybody's rooms are different. Everybody's groups. So some people don't have the same rules as other people. But there we go. We're all out there. We got the first person here. What's up?
Hey.
David,
what's shaking, guys?
Work earlier. Went to my local aftermarket Lego store and got 5 16x16 base plates for $15. Damn, that's not bad, David. I found out today they are building a Brickin minifigs in Charlotte.
Really?
Yep. Nobody knows the location yet. I don't know if it's like Concord or Charlotte itself. I've heard some things about the one that just opened in South Carolina that kind of makes me not want to go. I mean, I'm going to go either way, but whether I actually purchase something is a different story. A buddy of mine took a bunch of sets down there that were new and unopened, and they were just like, yeah, here's $20. I don't know which one I should build first. Should I build Cody or Rex?
Yes.
I kind of want to build Rex last because I like Rex better. I have not built a set yet this year that doesn't have these punch tabs on there. I think Lego's done putting tape on it.
I don't know. I'm doing the Great Wave, which is a brand new set. Just came out, what, 2 months ago? And it's got tape.
Really?
Yeah.
Did y'all go last night and buy the BTS?
That sucker sold out so fast.
I know. You know, Hive lost a huge bet, right?
You bought the what?
He lost a huge bet.
How so?
So BFAB bet him that it would sell out. He kept saying there was no way it would. They made a bet that if it sold out first night, that Hive is going to have to sing the theme song live.
Oh, God. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
So apparently they've been looking up the lyrics, and he better be getting them vocal cords ready.
Corey, I need a set number, please.
Do what?
31208.
She's taking my trash faster than I can get the set numbers off of her.
Yeah, Tyler, Cody, or Rex. Captain Rex or Commander Cody. These weren't supposed to be out till today, but luckily our Walmart doesn't pay attention. The lady scanned them and then looked at them and looked at the register, and I told Haley, I was like, I don't think she's gonna let us buy these. But she did. I sent out a bunch of invites to Brick Hive, BFAB. BFAB will probably come by. Brick Hive probably won't. But we will see. We will see. I need a bunch of people to participate in this whole mock video series I'm trying to do, but won't nobody do it.
You have to find people to build mocks.
I have. I even asked everybody in the Discord. David said build both at the same time. Build step one, step 2, or bag 1, bag 1, bag 2, bag 2. I believe that'd get frustrating. Just dump all the pieces into a box out of all the bags. See if I can get it done that way. It's definitely going to take me longer.
Yeah, that's what you do. Take all the pieces for both sets and dump them in together. And
Well,
then do one step of each.
I'm going to guess that a lot of the pieces are the same. Technically, one's a phase 1 and one's a phase 2, but other than that, they are kind of the same. Has anybody watched Mandalorian episode 1 yet? It came out. The hype and the wait is over. Plus, they've said they've done they're done with filming for season 4, which is pretty crazy, but also really cool. Even though they're still gonna make us wait for it. Did y'all have y'all watched any more Star Wars?
We did
No, not since you and I talked last.
we
We
did,
didn't.
Man, y'all are
the
slacking.
one we didn't like. It was about the girl. We thought it was going to be about what's her name? But it wasn't. It was just weird.
About the girl that you didn't like.
Hold on. I'll go look and see what my number is.
Please don't tell me you're talking about Rogue One.
Rogue One.
That's it?
That's Rogue. Uh-huh.
You're crazy. Rogue One is one of the best Star Wars movies.
Oh, sorry. Love you, but no.
Yeah. That movie is so I mean, that literally tells the story of exactly what happened. She delivered the plans of the Death Star to know how to destroy it. Do what?
Wow, this is gonna be a mess.
Man, I'm gonna have to get Justin on y'all.
You gored right ahead.
I would say wait till he gets in here, but he probably won't come in here. He got excited the other day. I sent him I built 2 houses for his mock, right?
Yeah.
Well, he finally got all the pieces in to like start. And he normally goes to bed around like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And he was up till 12 o'clock last night building. Like he said that he could not stop. So I think he's going to be done a lot sooner. What's going on, Will? Will's a good person to ask. Will, do you think Rogue One is a good Star Wars movie? Don't let me down, Will. Don't let me down.
Ricky, just go ahead and say it. Just go ahead and say it. I like hanging out with idiots.
Why didn't y'all like it?
How did it tie in with Star Wars? Who is she and what was the importance of her?
All right. Do you know what the Death Star is?
Yes.
All right. You know, in A New Hope episode 4, they give plans to how to basically destroy the Death Star.
Okay.
Those are the plans that she brought.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense. Okay, I see how that ties in.
Before
But that
then,
was-
she's never been a character. She's never been announced before.
It just seemed to take forever to get into the movie.
Yeah, it was a long beginning.
But that's like one of the main things they've done so far about going back to in the past and seeing how, like a little detail, I guess. Well, it wasn't a little detail, but how something was done. That was like the big thing.
Well, maybe once we get through it, we can go back through it and it'll all make a little more sense.
Yeah, I don't mind trying to watch it again, but
We're trying to watch it. We're doing the adult thing. Or the childhood thing.
we just got lost in that one.
Yeah. We'll give it a second chance.
Tyler said, my take on Rogue One is that is a good movie as far as the lore goes. It ties into the OG movies. Then Andor kind of helps us with the lore as well, but it's not up to par in my opinion. See, I think
Right.
Andor was one of the, Andor's, besides Mandalorian, has been the best they've done.
All right, dumb question. What's OG movies?
Original.
Oh, okay. All right.
OG's Original Gangster.
I think our next one is one of the old 77, 76 ones.
Your next one should be number 5.
Which is what?
I don't know. I don't know where you stopped.
I'm going to get the paper. I'm going to get my iPad anyway.
Have you seen A New Hope?
Oh, that's the original one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're up for number 5, which is Empire Strikes Back.
I've seen that one too.
Y'all still got the best one to come. The best one is number 9.
Ones are next. New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and The Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
That's our next 3.
So y'all have not seen A New Hope yet?
We
I
have.
have, yes, but not in this order.
Ah.
Because we're trying to do it in the order, So yes, we have both seen all 3 of those, but we're going to watch them again just to see how they tie all in.
Gotcha.
And then,
Gotcha.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do them in order. There's the papers behind. I can get my iPad.
I gotcha. I won't judge too bad.
Hurt my feelings if you judge me.
Will it really?
No.
Oh, dang. Don't get me excited like that, Gene. There's a lot of stuff that could be said, but it's no point in saying it if it don't hurt someone's feelings. Will said there is no 7, 8, and 9. It is a bad nightmare. What's going on, Legion? Will, have you seen Mandalorian yet? I have actually seen it twice. I ain't gonna lie. I watched it once while I was at work, and then I watched it once with Haley when I got home. Yeah, I told Gene about the bigs.
Oh, you got
Just sucks
5 to
that
9 permit. Cool.
Everything's down there in Charlotte. Like, we need something up here to where we ain't got to drive an hour to it. I haven't been to that Lego store in forever. Oh, Will said he don't have Disney Plus. Will, did you buy the BTS set? I know Legion did. Y'all buy any?
Tripod.
Do what?
My tripod.
Gene,
Holds mine. Oh,
Huh?
sorry.
What'd you say?
did y'all buy anything? Did y'all buy anything for
Oh,
March
yeah.
1st?
Yeah. Bought a bunch.
I had him up at 3:30 doing it.
Did you get Rivendell?
It comes out on the 5th.
Are y'all buying it?
We are absolutely buying Rivendell.
How you buy Rivendell and not the Black Falcon Castle or the Lion Knight Castle?
Well, it's like this when I log on. It says, "What would you like to order?" I say Rivendell. And it says, "Okay, here's your bill."
You click everything. What all did y'all buy?
A bunch of the brickheads that she likes to build. Bunch of speed champions.
All the Speed Champions are at Walmart up here. I didn't get any of those though. Haley's already asked me the question that I knew that was coming.
What?
If she could go on Bricklink it and buy 101 of those little Dalmatians that come with Corella,
Oh,
I
here it
was
is.
like, you are not buying 100 of those things.
Be appropriate.
It would, but I don't have space down here. I already have. I don't know if you can see them,
Wait, how many of those little soldier guys do you have?
but they're bought for a purpose. What's
So
going
the
on,
101 Dalmatians be bought for a purpose. Because your wife wants them.
Yeah, but then what'll happen is she'll leave them sit down here. I'll move them somewhere, and so I want to do something with them.
Okay, that I understand totally.
They're like $4. They'll probably be like $3 a piece because the minifig itself is going to be $4.99 or $5.98, whatever it is.
Hey, Chesterville, what's this? Why is this down here?
I mean, if she wants them, I really ain't gonna stop. I don't care. She can buy them. She bought me these.
She brought you. Oh, there you go. Yep.
Yeah, so first order was the Porsche 963, the Pajani, a bunch of brickheads, another Duplo, Spider-Man car with Doc Ock, adorable dogs, exotic parrot.
Hey, Tyler. That?
And then I followed that up with the McLaren, the Ferrari, another Duplo, and the Ford GT.
Also, you played it to where you can get multiple gift with
Uh-huh.
purchases?
No, we wouldn't play that game.
Never.
What was it? The dump truck or the moving truck?
Yeah.
Moving truck.
And then I got in touch with Lego today and say, hey, where's my pick and build order? And they told me that the red Barding was back ordered.
They both are.
No, the blue ones aren't. They've already got mine packed. My order's literally sitting there waiting for red.
The day that we all ordered them, we
Yep.
called them to be back order, so they ran out. That's why all of it's taken so long. The Black Falcons they have in across the sea, but they don't have here. I just called yesterday, and that's what they told me.
Did you take everything out of here you needed? I moved it for your dog. You know, the princess has to have her throne.
Open it up and see if there's any stickers. I don't think there is.
Oh, I'm gonna mess up the envelope. Hey, Richard,
Yeah.
I did day one of my step one of retirement today. Nope, no stickers.
What is day like step one?
Well, there's 3 steps to retirement. You got to do the
It's a
process.
state system.
Yeah. So step 1 is telling them, hey, you idiots, I'm going to retire this year. When am I going to retire?
And pre-filling some paperwork.
Yeah. And so 60 days from now, they'll send me something saying they've got that, and we'll do step 2 and 3 together at the same time. So, salute to retirement.
You're getting there, closer and closer.
You got that right, buddy.
Yes,
Ready.
Will, you are 100% correct. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get rid of all of my clones, all the Jedi I bought, all the accessories I bought, and I'm just gonna do a Dalmatian like battle pack. Do a Dalmatian army. I'll skip Star Wars. It'll just be like I'll do like a playstyle house, and then have Cruella DeVille's car out front with her out front, and 101 Dalmatians just hit around the house.
There you go.
That will make so much more sense to me than to do this Star Wars stuff.
And think of how many more viewers you'll get with that.
Yeah, none. I'll get a bunch of people saying, "Why this idiot buy all them things?"
Because he loves his wife.
Let me unsubscribe from him.
Now, if Haley wanted them, she'll buy them. Like I said, I haven't bought Lego other than Bricklink in I don't know how long. She is full on supporting the habit.
All right, I'm like number 3, just FYI.
Nah, there needs to be at least like 15 on there.
Right, hit the like button, folks.
Will said they'll get me more views. Like I do want a couple of them. I I would maybe like 5 or 6. But
Legion says he's got a question for you, Gene.
What's up?
But I don't know about 101.
What you got, Legion?
You can't name 101 dogs.
He's got him.
Nerd Brick said, "Same here. I really only buy custom printed stuff in Bricklink. I mean, I've started to where there's a bunch of sets that I want from Lego. I just, with the castle going on, I have put that to a halt."
Well, will you make your mind up? Are you going to sit up here?
You've been talking to somebody, haven't you, Legion?
I didn't say nothing to him about that.
Did you pick up at the door? See, where's Peter?
At least he offered to pick it up versus you deliver it to Charlotte.
Oh, that wasn't going to happen. He knows that.
Huh?
Go to Charlotte to pick it up?
No, it's Blaze. She's in Raleigh. Yeah, that's Legion asking. But the $14, that's an exact quote from Blaze.
Oh, okay.
And there's only one person on this live stream that knows that quote.
That would be Richard, most likely.
Yeah, but I didn't know how much the shipping was, and I never told Legion that.
Hey, sweet girl.
So has he been talking to Blaze?
I'll take a coffee, Legion.
What's you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
Will, I'll make you a deal. You start buying me at least, let's say, what's a fair price? 2 Dalmatians per clone trooper. Right now, I've got about 100 clone troopers.
He just said I made a cartwheel in class.
Oh, so Legion, do you know Blaze at the Raleigh store?
Jesus.
Will said there is the guy who did it right, and then there is everybody else. I got enough hate whenever I still have yet to like do anything. I was gonna blow that gunship up, but people were like sending me hate mail. I should have just did it, but I ain't gonna lie. I gave the gunship away.
So Legion Blaze at the Raleigh store, she wanted to place an order, and she said the exact same thing. I don't want to pay $14 shipping. Can we meet and hand it off? Bottom line is her order ended up not being $14 shipping, and we refunded her the difference.
Yeah.
So if you want to place an order, we will refund you the difference in the shipping.
Yeah.
Also, you should have a coupon from me.
Coupon.
A coupon.
Boom.
Y'all all need to go buy a massive order to make Tori pull so she ain't got to go to work tomorrow. Have you called out yet to pull Lego orders?
She has not called out yet to pull Lego orders.
No, Will. It wasn't the UCS gunship. It was the 2013. I was seriously going to shoot it and blow it up, and I had all intentions of doing so. And then me and Justin got to talking, and Justin was over here one day, and I kind of made a deal with Justin, and then so I just gave it to him, and he's giving me something kind of in return.
So Nerdbrick, where are you located?
On Earth.
It says it expired at the end of January. I felt there's no expiration date.
No, they expire.
Oh.
They're good for a year.
A year, and he hasn't ordered in a year.
Well, I gave it away. I didn't blow it up. He might just do what I do. I simply get coupons from y'all all the time and then just never use them.
Nerdbrick's from Virginia.
In VA. Nerdbrick, does that mean you're going to be at Brick Fair, Virginia?
Oh, I bet he will be.
I got my table and everything for Raleigh. They sent me my information today.
You're good to go?
Yep.
Hey, Legion, what's your username on Bricklink?
Something boy.
Legion Master. I buy a lot of World War II stuff. 55801.
Why do I feel like you're full of crap? Oh, speaking of crap, Richard, Brandon, he rear-ended somebody in his out. No, he doesn't have Outback. He has
Cross track.
Yes. And he rear-ended somebody, so he's got insurance. It didn't do a whole lot of damage. It messed up the grill. It raised the hood a little bit, just minutely. So I talked to him yesterday, and he said that he was pretty much, if it goes Thursday to get an estimate, he said if it's too high, he's not going to worry with it. The only thing he doesn't like is the way the hood raised just a little bit. And I told him, I said, well, if you come to town, tell me ahead of time. I'll get Richard to look at it and see what he thinks and, give you an idea of what, needs to be fixed on it.
Yeah.
He said, well, I think it's just a nut or some bolt or something. I said, well, Richard knows, Outbacks and he knows Subarus. So he's your man to talk to if you need some help. We'll see. But it didn't look that bad. It's just that grill in the front was the only thing that was bad.
Will said, blow up the UCS model all you want, though. Legion said, but for in the same state, only a few hours away. Nerd Brick said, yep, in March, all 4 days, hotel already booked. No. You're talking about Fredericksburg. Brick Fair, Virginia, the one I'm talking about is Chantilly, and that's in August.
Okay. I can believe.
Legion, you should have a coupon show up now.
Columbia, South Carolina is at the end of this month. Or not the end, it's like the weekend before. And then Brick Fair, Virginia is at the 1st of August. And then Brick Universe, Raleigh is at the beginning of, at
the end of June. 23rd.
So there's a bunch.
We postponed our Moab trip by 2 days so we could go to Raleigh.
Brother's turn. There you go, Charlie.
Raleigh. Haley took off work so she can come help.
She'll enjoy it. Agent said he got it.
Put her to work.
Anybody else want 10% off? Tell us.
I don't think it'll be all that hard to set up on. I got 2 weeks to start packing this thing up to take it to Kip's event.
That's going to be
it'll
fun.
tell me where all the weak points are.
All right, I dropped one of these on the floor.
I was trying to be a little rational, and apparently I'm not getting a hotel room while I'm down there.
At Kip's?
Yeah.
What bridge are you sleeping on?
He's sleeping in the they sleep in the convention center.
Yeah, we're sleeping at the event.
Well, that's better than the under a bridge.
They have apparently it's set up like office spaces there, and they have a bunch of different like individual showers. Justin and all them stayed there last year. Justin could speak for himself if he was here, but you know how that goes.
I totally understand. Right.
Yeah, nerd. I thought about driving up there for the Fredericksburg that Saturday just to like hang out, and then kind of come back home. I definitely wouldn't take anything up there, just because I'm not going to make that trip twice. As far as packing everything I have up.
What are you doing?
But I think I'm going to hold off. The less money I spend, the more money I have for Virginia.
Well, if you're going to go to a show, you either need to go to Brick Fair, Virginia, or Raleigh for the first one.
Raleigh's not that bad. It's just a lot it's a lot
The only
different.
reason I say Raleigh is so you can come down and hang out with us.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's a lot different than Virginia as far as nothing compares to Virginia.
Yeah, we'll do a Virginia one, I promise. After 104 days, we can do anything then.
I can do anything.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter if I keep my job.
Do what?
She said after 104 days, we can do anything. I'm like, yeah, because it doesn't matter if I keep my job.
Well,
I am really surprised that Tori just has the guts to sit there and tell her boss that she's going to do whatever she wants to do, basically.
Oh, I had to send an email tonight before we left that meeting.
No, he's talking about the real boss.
Oh, you.
The one that's hired you for continuation of your career.
Damn. Oh, well. I'm eating his popcorn, too, now.
Straight just tell him you're not coming into work.
Well, I'm hoping you'll go with me. More fun when there's two people.
But if he goes with you, who stays and runs the store?
We close it for a little while.
Apparently, we don't need that income.
No, we do. We're just trying to pull them as first come, first serve.
I say that jokingly. I'm the one that's wanting to close it down for 3 weeks to go on a big road trip.
Raleigh's in the June 24th and 25th. I'll be up there or down
23rd,
there
24th.
over there. No,
It's
24th.
23rd, 24th.
No, 24th and 25th.
All right,
That's
get
the
up.
Saturday. That's the Saturday and Sunday.
Well, that's right. We were leaving from Moab on the 23rd on Friday.
I'll be
Yeah,
up there the 23rd. Tyler said my grandparents' house is like 45 minutes from Fredericksburg. I can see if you can stay there if they aren't going to be home. I mean that's really nice and I appreciate it. But I'm not going to try to make that haul up there and then come back because that's not something you just go do for a day and come back. That's like a weekend experience or a week at that. Like when I go to Virginia in August, I'll be there from Wednesday till Monday.
Do we have it on the calendar?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And when is it? June?
Now, what are we talking about?
Go to holiday?
Our tickets are for Saturday.
Okay.
But I'm thinking we sneak in on Richard's path to
Well, they
help him
told me
set
that
up.
I don't have to pay to display.
Do you have to pay to go in after you set up your display?
No. Told me displayers get in free because it's basically benefiting them more than it is benefiting me.
Well, what about all the people that come to help you set up?
That I don't know.
It is a big castle.
That I do not know.
I get it. This girl knows how to beg for some popcorn.
My dogs love popcorn.
I was more or less just taking the fun of them saying that I didn't have to pay for granted.
So did you watch that thing about the castle that I sent you today?
I didn't watch all of it. I started to.
That's a pretty cool design he's got. It's small. I mean, it's only a 32 by 32.
I feel like a lot of that stuff that I look at, I might try to like imitate because there is, I don't even know the guy's name. I'll be honest with you. Justin found it. There's a bunch of his stuff that I've already stole. There's one major thing that when anybody sees it, they're going to be like, yeah, you got that from him. And I ain't going to lie. I mean,
Plate.
Nougat.
I wouldn't have never came up with that, but that's how it works.
I've never seen one. It's a brick, by the way.
If you don't want it stole, don't post it online. That's what Abraham Lincoln.
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
Do what?
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
Exactly.
You are such a spoiled little girl. You're such a spoiled little girl.
Did you tell your mom I was building the set that she gave me?
I did not. She has gone to a play. I want to say it was in Toulouse.
Who'd she ever play with?
I don't know.
We got a dome piece started.
Maybe just got a new boat. I'm going to a play at the Civic Center tonight. I said, that's awesome. Text me when you get home. We will be on YouTube later.
The tube of you.
The tube of you. I like the buttery one. I still get hung on my
What kind of popcorn is this one?
Oval.
The kind that comes from popcorn.
One that comes from a bag that's Kraus nukes up by the microwave.
In a microwave for 3 minutes.
No, it's 1.49. Oh shit! There it goes. Excuse me.
Kind of microwave only takes a minute and a half.
Next one. There's the popcorn button. Man, that one is stuck in my tooth.
That must be imitation popcorn. That's not real.
It's horrible.
If it was horrible, you'd quit eating it.
Will you tell Richard to listen to me, Mama?
Because
Listen, Linda.
Jesus
Listen, Linda.
is sitting
I
there
said
starving
horrible.
while you're eating their food, and I don't believe that's fair.
Mama shares, doesn't she? Oh, here you go, Richard. You ready? Ready? Here you go.
There you're the big boy, son.
Oh, I can do the same thing with him.
Vader would have ate your whole face.
There's not. Here you go, Charlie. That's my babies. I probably just grossed out all your viewers and they're gone home now.
Probably.
Either that or they're signing on to her OnlyFans account.
Oh, man. Oh.
Don't worry, I get a 10% cut of that too.
Where's Vader, by the way? Did you ever get your dog back?
Yeah, he's upstairs, passed out. Him and Haley both are asleep already.
Are you serious? I
Yep.
was Tuesday night. We were so tired Tuesday.
She wanted to watch something on TV. I forget what it was.
Oh,
'Cause I was-
court.
And I was like, yeah, let's watch it in the bedroom. I was asleep before it was even halfway done.
I backed it up and turned it off.
Why are they having me build this stand already if I've got half the freaking head done?
I don't know, but I'm looking forward to getting out of the mosaic part of this building into the 3D part.
He just not. Mama don't have any. Oh, you want another piece of popcorn without butters?
This one hid 2 lime green pieces. That's all I've seen so far. The rest has been red and tan. I thought Star Wars was still doing that thing where they hide pink pieces.
That's Brickhead.
No, they do it in Star Wars stuff too.
Brickhead hides everything bright colored.
Well,
Yeah, but
Did Richard? Hey, Richard, did you buy anything? I heard Gene telling you he bought some stuff.
no.
they bought good stuff at Walmart
Oh,
before it's supposed to be released.
well,
Yeah,
Walmart.
I was going to buy this stuff. We were going to go to Charlotte to buy it. And we went to Walmart and seen it was all out on the shelf and it wasn't supposed to be out yet. So I was like, let's go ahead and buy it.
That's no fair.
I mean, I really screw myself buying stuff from Walmart because I don't get the points for it.
Oh, that's true. I'm still trying to talk Gene into the Eiffel Tower.
I wouldn't buy that set. That set, don't get me wrong, it looks nice and it looks cool, but it is a lot of repetition. And
Right, but
if
it's
you,
just so different.
but have you seen it up close?
Yeah,
It doesn't really look that good because the pieces, like the X braces and stuff on the side, they don't connect because of the way they do it with Lego. It like sits a little offset, and then like some don't like touch fully, and it looks great from afar. But I understand they did what they can do. It's an amazing looking set. Don't get me wrong, but it's not something that I would buy.
Well, I'm just curious because it's tall and it's different and it doesn't take up a whole lot of landscape.
Tori, the damn thing's 4.5 foot tall. What do you mean it don't take landscape?
I got height. I don't have, the flat area stuff.
you don't have real estate.
I don't have the real estate. That's what I said first time.
You know, you should landscape.
Oh, I don't have landscape. I don't have area. I've got height.
Is the resale value of that set even good?
Probably not now.
Last I checked, they didn't have the full inventory in Brickin kit, so I couldn't check it.
And maybe by the time I get it built,
It's probably there now. It's been a month since I checked.
it'll take me 6 months to build the darn thing.
She's going to build that while I build Rivendell by myself.
Rivendell's not going to be that hard.
You're missing the Lord.
There's a bag for you and a bag for me. Bag for you, bag for me. But I'll let you build the A-frame house.
Somebody blowing up my phone.
It's probably in order.
No.
Probably Legion's
Oh,
in order.
actually,
Legion.
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 Legion. Monsieur.
Well, I'm trying to build, but I got hungry, and so food's becoming more of an issue than building tonight.
I don't see.
Oh, yeah, I just got an order where somebody bought a string for $5.60.
That's it.
No, you had a couple more pieces.
Uh-huh.
And then you got a Bionicle order. But it can't happen tonight. We've already done the manifest.
We started having to do the manifest because we've had so many orders. The post office doesn't like scanning individual bags. So we do a manifest, which has been pretty easy, but Shippo's.
I don't know what that means.
A manifest is a summary of everything that you printed out on a label.
Oh.
And it makes it easier for the post office. All they got to do is scan that manifest barcode, and it shows all the orders that are on that I've printed, which is much easier for the post office. But once we print that, you can't print another one till the next day. So we wait till like tonight. We waited till about 10 after 8.
No, it was before 8.
No, it was before 8. I thought it was after 8.
No, because I logged on
that's right.
2 after.
So so that's the only problem.
I'm still waiting on my order. I'm really hoping I doubt it. I need to place another order, but I really can't until I get this order here and get the pieces down. So I'm stuck. I ordered, I think, 20 16x16 base plates in light bluish gray.
Oh, well, I don't have 16 by 16.
We sold 101 4x4 dark bluish grays today.
Was it Justin?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
No, because he would use his coupon.
Justin likes them 4x4s.
Mm-mm. What are you doing, Chester Bell? I have not put one Lego together, and I've been sitting here for about 30 minutes.
Sounds like a personal problem.
It's a hunger problem. That dinner we had so not.
It was good, but it wasn't filling at all.
What y'all eat?
One of the HelloFresh things we get.
It was ginger chicken and something, but it was good, but it just wasn't filling at all.
I mean, it was really good, but it wasn't filling.
Not at all. Cucumbers and chicken and rice.
We had tacos.
That's what we wanted the other day. I was going to go to Taco Bell and pick up a bunch and just bring them home.
That's
By
not
the time I picked them up,
No, he said they had tacos.
Real tacos.
Yeah.
Not Taco Bell. I know. I thought about doing Mi Peplos. That would have been closer.
It'd have been just as expensive.
Oh, well, yeah. You're true. Really true.
Greg said, "Hey, Rich, I got the Porsche and the Pagani.
I got both of those.
I seen the Ferrari, and I seen do what?
I ordered that one too.
The only one I didn't buy that I should have was the Porsche. I sacrificed it for the other thing I bought. I made a decision.
Yeah, the Porsche was the one that I'm on the fence with, but I finally decided I needed it to get the second gift with purchase.
The Porsche is the only one I really want.
No, I like the Pagani.
What'd you call me?
Yamami.
Sorry, I'm trying to teach you to be nicer, but it's not working. Where did Haley put her orchid?
It's I thought it was down here. Oh yeah, it's up there on top of next to the castle.
Okay. I put mine in by the dining room table. High Street Tea.
She needs to buy these wildflowers.
Oh, I can't wait to build those. Those are right there.
Yeah. Those are sitting waiting until Haley gets hers.
We got them. They're beside us. I didn't think y'all had the wildflowers.
Uh-huh. They came in.
We didn't have them when Haley wanted to build them. It came in the next day after y'all did
Or a
the
day
build.
or two afterwards, yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Aw. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum.
Sports Center.
I need two pictures right now. Where's the beagle?
Huh?
When she looks at you, I can just see Charlie. Talk to her.
Chestnut. What are you doing?
Oh, no, she's not far enough. But Charlie's just right there.
Behind me or you?
No, he's between me and Chestnut, but now he moved.
Greg says he already has the 2-pack and the Ferrari. They have the 2-pack too, but I don't really, like I said, when it comes to Speed Champions, I don't rush out and buy everything they get. I just buy the cars that I would like to own in real life.
And they use them as order fillers.
Why? You could be buying these things for me as order fillers.
What are those?
I need 27 more of them.
Dang,
Father
Gene,
Battle
why didn't you do that for you? You didn't do that for Richard?
My mind reading skills have diminished since I got older.
Especially at 3:30 in the morning. He's lucky he can read my writing.
Man, Gene, that's something you don't have to do anymore. When she retires, she can be up early doing it because she ain't got to get up for any reason.
Yes. I might buy more
For
stuff.
some reason, she's afraid to log into PayPal.
I'm not afraid to. You haven't taught me how. I gotta learn the password.
You look at the phone. Lego's
You don't
like
know the password to
weird
PayPal.
about using
We're gonna
PayPal.
start-
Do what?
Say what?
I said Lego's website's weird about using PayPal. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
It always works unless something's back ordered. And if it's back ordered, it'll look like it works, and then you find out 4 days later it didn't. And they just completely drop the whole freaking order and don't tell you.
Hey, Greg said, "Hey, Gene, Gamecocks or Tigers?" That would be Wolfpack in my book.
Gamecocks or Tigers, Wolfpack. Yeah. No, I would say Tigers. And I'll ruffle a bunch of feathers with that because we're friends with a bunch of people in the South Carolina lug, and a lot of them are right there with the Gamecocks.
Chestnut, where do I put the 1x2s?
I bet whoever has the highest points is going to win.
Well, that's true. But
Greg, I tell you the reason I like the Tigers better is because I almost went to school there.
well, there is some root.
I didn't think I was going to get accepted to NC State, so I applied to Clemson also.
Oh, something came up. I saw it moving. Me, roll tide. What Greg said. Me, roll tide.
But Greg, you're in Texas.
Cowboys. Oh wait, sorry.
They weren't talking about losers.
Hey.
I mean, he should either be Longhorns or
I go to the Longhorns personally.
UTEP,
UTEP?
UTEP, University of Texas is El Paso.
Well, you guys quit
I
begging.
thought you liked college football.
I do, but
They're huge. They're right up there with Alabama, and
Carolina.
Mississippi State, Michigan.
I like Mississippi State. My dad was a Mississippi State fan.
Y'all must be talking about foosball.
Yeah, I guess.
It's the devil.
The devil.
That's what Bobby Boucher told me.
Your girl's back.
That movie is so underrated.
Amen.
Oh my gosh.
I watched Roadhouse again the last 2 or 3 days, pulling orders.
Did you?
Mama said alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Yeah,
Well, Bobby,
ornery.
Mama was wrong.
Because they oblongata, their medulla oblongata.
Jula. Hey, Chesterfield. Hey, Chesterfield.
That was before Adam Sandler started doing all the family films.
Hey, David. He said water sucks.
Oh, what are you doing with water?
Talking about your movie, dude.
Oh, the water boy.
Yeah.
Gene, how
With
did you
some
miss
fine
that?
H2O.
Some of Alfred. There we go.
Whoa, whoa.
I can't read his.
Now, I really do need like 27 more of these sets, but
Gatorade.
Oh,
I'm wondering how many that
Stud. God. Stud's over there going to Gatorade chant. See, everybody knows that movie. That
but
is
it's
the
not like
unifying movie.
no, nobody that like movie like big buff wise thinks that that's really that good of a movie.
is it trans?
I think it's awesome.
I can't tell if that's trans or red.
Zoom in on it. It'll have kind of a weird
Yeah, it's trans.
streams.
I go back and re-pull it.
Don't be judging.
Is she
Tori's
showing
dealing with some trans
I like
plates.
do what?
Tori's dealing with some trans plates. I told her not to be judging.
I put this plate down and now I can't get it off. There we go. Just kidding. Price is converted. Everybody calm down. Calm down.
Oh, you're right, Stud. It's the king of one-liner movies. Of course, one of the other one-liner movies you can't show anymore. Blazing Saddles.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I will tell you that as a movie person like I am, there is so many more newer movies that are funnier than Blazing Saddles.
Please send me a text with those titles. And I will pause on the Star Wars and go to those.
Talladega Nights.
Oh,
Yeah. We own that one.
Step Brothers.
I've seen it. Okay, another one.
If you're into that, into the type of comedy, this is the end.
Bye, David. See you next week.
See you later, David.
Oh my God, the Fonz on the as the cat. Oh, Fonz as the coach. Yes,
What?
Henry Winkler.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. You don't know Henry Winkler. You don't know the Fonz. My students love his book. Henry Winkler wrote books, and he writes them as a character of a kid that has ADHD, because that's what he had as a kid. So it's really cool. The kids like his books. Oh, I can't remember what the titles are. I have 2 of them in the classroom.
Richard, in 104 days, we don't have to listen to stories about kids anymore.
Be nice.
She's gonna miss it. I have a feeling you give it a little while, she'll be a substitute teacher.
She can't for 6 months.
He's a little while.
See, she didn't deny it. She just said, yeah, a little
Oh,
while.
I didn't deny it. The pay is good. Oh, hey. You got a white one right by your your right toe. Did you drop one? It's right there. Okay. I just looked down and saw it. There you go.
A lot of people don't even know who Fonzie is, though.
Oh, and that's the sad part. He was such a good character.
Oh, that's true stuff. That's what brought him back to the younger generation. You're right.
Hello, great guys. Hello, blue.
Mm-hmm. What is the name of those books?
These are the happy days.
All right, gonna make me get out of my stuff
Sunday,
and search it
Monday,
out.
happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
I'm getting stuck. Hey, Stud, I have a question. On the mocks that you're doing, do you have anything that has any kind of terrain like mountains or anything built on it?
Hank Ziffer is the character he plays in his books. And he has dyslexia.
And ADHD?
I was wrong.
Oh,
Both that today's tape.
I was going to say, so he says everything backwards really, really fast.
He had dyslexia. And that's what he wrote his books about. A boy who had dyslexia.
Dyslexia.
Dyslexia. With a mouthful of crackers in my mouth.
Okay.
But Zipzer.
I think that was his real name.
Really?
Yeah, his real name's not Henry Winkler.
Okay, let me go back and check that out. That would be so cool.
Look at that. You're teaching the teacher.
Always. He's always teaching the teacher.
Other than the Water Boy and Happy Days, I can't really comment on anything that I've ever seen him in.
He says he has a bunch with terrain, but they're smaller sections.
Is there a way that you can send me footage of it? You don't I don't need you to talk. I just need it to be like slow motion footage of like going by it, showing things in landscape.
Married in 1978.
Oh.
He was in the cast of the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Really?
And then he auditioned for the Happy Days and won the part as Arthur's Fonzie Fonzarella.
Hey.
A role he played for the next 10 years. During his time as Happy Days, Winkler was diagnosed with dyslexia. He had dyslexia.
Yeah.
I thought you forgot about me.
There you are, Chef. Where you been, man?
Sitting in the green room waiting on Richard.
Oh, you ain't been there that long. Don't even lie.
Been there for like an hour now.
Yeah, right.
So how is everybody?
Wait, that was you sitting in that chair across from me?
Yeah.
Well, damn, I didn't
Let you
recognize
know, if there was any waiting to going on in the past 2 weeks, it's been me waiting on Gene to get on.
Well, yes, last week was a long wait. I'm sorry. We had freaking orders to pull. Tonight we
blame
got them done because we got off early.
I blame it on Tori.
I'll take the blame.
It's
I
always
wasn't home. Didn't get my job done.
Trying to
My
run the
fault.
Lego store, and she's too busy reading Henry Winkler books.
Hey, you asked. Or somebody did. Jean did, maybe. Oh my God.
Have you seen The Mandalorian, Chef?
Yes, I watched it today.
What you think?
I think it's just gonna be how do I want to put this? I hope it gets better.
You know what I first thought of when that alligator, crocodile, turtle thing came out?
What's that?
I was like, Betty White's been feeding that alligator again.
Yep.
Why didn't you two go lay down?
At that part, for some reason, I thought it was going to be a flashback.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't quite understand it at first.
You're not getting
And
into it.
whenever they were putting the helmet on the kid, I was like, maybe this is some kind of adaptation of like maybe somehow
How it
Jango
started.
Fett? Well, like I don't know. Like I didn't. There was a lot of questions I had because like the flags were the time period that I don't know nothing. The time period that Star Wars has got right now going on is a lot to keep up with because between that and Bad Batch, I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
Wait, you're getting lost in the movies?
No, there's two different shows that happen at two different times, plus the movies. But what the references are, I don't know if they're flashbacks or like you watch an entire like 15-minute scene go down, and then you realize it's not a flashback. When I thought, which apparently I wasn't, because Chef did too. I thought it was a flashback of how it started, like Mandalorians.
Yep. Because they found him as a youngling.
Yeah.
So I just figured that was another part of showing him how he grew up. Well, I was wrong.
Maybe they meant it to be like that, and then when he comes out in the end, they were just kind of like a haha, fooled you type thing.
Yeah. So I really thought it was a flashback at first till he blew it up.
The coolest thing about that entire show is the fact that when they were in warp speed or whatever, light speed, they saw the Purgles.
Yep.
That means that Ahsoka is coming.
Yeah, he's missing something.
We've only seen those one time, and that's when they were taking down Admiral Thrawn's ship, pushing him out of
Yes, it's
the
down the floor.
place they were at. Hold on. We got another guest.
Help. Okay, so
What's up, B-Fab?
Oh, they let anybody on here.
Ah,
I was screaming in the back, "Help! Save me! I'm stuck in the void." It
Hey,
worked.
B-Fab, and these cookies in the waiting room are stale, aren't they?
What happened?
The cookies in Richard's waiting room are all stale.
I mean, there is. I mean, that's the reason I keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I blame.
It's not my fault. Y'all don't knock. Y'all just sit there.
Yo, it's relaxing, you know? It's peace and quiet. So
How many times have you ever went trick-or-treating and then go to someone's house and just stand at the door? You don't knock, don't ring the doorbell, nothing, just stand
Oh,
there.
they
that would
don't
be a little
answer when I
weird.
get
They
there,
open up
it's
their
getting
door. What
toilet
the?
So if you come out one night and your house is toilet paper, do you know why, Richard? Waited too long.
Yo, people are throwing toilet paper. They have money because toilet paper is expensive. At this point, I'm tempted to just use like loose leaf paper, but it's cheaper, you know?
Well, you
Is that
notice-
college roll? he threw a bunch of
You
college roll paper all over my house.
You notice nobody's egging people anymore either.
Oh yeah, eggs are expensive too.
That's because eggs are like $10 a carton now.
You got it.
Yeah.
I have to find
Haley-
something more affordable.
Haley, last week we bought like the little like 6 carton of eggs because we were cooking. I forgot what we were cooking, but it only required like 1 or 2. We got all the way home. She was trying to like lift the bag to put it on the counter, and the eggs fell out and hit the ground.
Oh,
She
no.
Oh no!
Whoa.
Luckily, 2 of them didn't break, and that's all we needed. And I was like,
You're like, we're
well,
getting divorced today. You know how expensive eggs are.
I'm never going to be able to financially recover for this.
Most
On the
good thing Haley's asleep.
we always fixed on Sundays. The dogs always got an egg. If we scrambled eggs or made an egg, Gene would make them one. I said, no more. Eggs are too expensive. No
The,
dogs.
the dogs haven't had eggs in 3 months.
That's right.
You guys better get some chickens.
Yeah, not yet. Not till I retire. Give
I'm
me
going to tell
time.
you right now, Chef, the minute I can film Gene running around the backyard trying to catch a chicken is the day that I will be rich.
You send that right to me. I want to see it.
The world of YouTube would see that.
Rick, I can tell you right now, Fat Man don't run.
You send that right to me.
Gotta be bigger than him. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Oh no, my computer just froze for a second. Oh no.
That's like when you see the videos of all the people that are like, oh, look at the goose on the golf course. I'm going to go pet it. It looks friendly.
Yeah.
You go right ahead.
Those things are mean as hell.
Is too funny.
And if you ever like slice the ball, they always go near like a goose that's laying on eggs. That's just happens to be like in the worst mood ever.
Are they ever in a good mood?
I mean, sometimes I don't know.
We have a
Mother
group
Goose seems pretty happy.
Well, I guess.
We have a group of geese that come to the Moore school, and one time I counted 30 geese, and then most of the time it's about 14, but they leave their little poop piles everywhere. But one day we came out. Yeah, and one day we came out though. They came out during recess, which they're usually out in the morning when there's nobody out there. So me and another teacher had to go and separate the kids from the geese because the geese were coming toward the kids and the kids were going toward the geese.
Oh, that would
be video it. They
you
said
don't
we could.
stop that. You stand back and watch Darwinism do its work.
You hit record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to video it, but they told me I couldn't. So.
Yeah, you hit record when that happens.
Damn,
Hey,
they've been
BFAB.
You don't know.
BFAB.
There we go.
He's not listening to you.
What's going to be the consequences of Hive losing this bet?
Oh, he has to sing the Dynamite song from BTS. So we had a deal because Hive was you guys know Hive's opinions. When he's very passionate about something, he doesn't stray from his opinion, right?
Yeah.
No.
And so
He sees black and white and that's it.
Yeah, so because he has very strong opinions, he said that the BTS set wasn't going to sell well. And so I'm like, yo, Hive, it's going to sell well. We're all just arguing with him. And
sold out.
And it's already sold out. Like,
Yeah.
it's a guarantee. Like, the thing is, what I was trying to explain to Hive last time, he was very set in his ways. That, oh dang, I'm getting a lot of messiness. He's very set in his ways. So I was like, trying to explain to him that it would sell out. There's 10 million impressions. He's like, that doesn't matter. And I'm like, yes, it does. And it's sold out. Like this morning, I was supposed to pick up the set, but I fell asleep 15 minutes over my alarm. And then when I went to go, it was out of stock already. Or like I looked on the online website to check if my store had it in stock. I was so pissed off because I was going to wake up this morning. I said I was going to do it in my video. I said I was going to do it and I didn't get the set. So now I'm going to probably have to wait like 6 months to get it. So
BFAB, I got up at 3 a.m. to order a bunch of brickheads for her.
okay.
And at 3 a.m. it was sold out.
Brickheads or the BTS set?
BTS was out by 12:30 last night.
Okay. I think it was on back. So were you saying Brickheads were out of stock or no?
No, just
No.
BTS.
The BTS was out of stock.
Stud, are you wanting
okay.
a link? Are you want a link to send me the video, or do you want a link to get on here? I'm confused.
Uh-oh, you're confusing them. Don't do that.
We're done for the night. Richard's confused.
Do me a favor. Look through there. You see a bag full.
Yeah, Betty White was the one in the pink Mando helmet feeding the Lake Placid alligator. Oh, he said to join the stream. Let me.
Oh wait,
I have to
hold
do
on.
that on here.
I went too far. I was looking for bag 5. I'm
So,
good.
so I owe you an apology about your thumbnail. I already did that earlier, but like, dude, you how do you feel to be getting more views? Like, I'm like, dude, I owe an apology
But
right
see,
on screen.
that's the thing though. You were behind the damage that was done. So the damage really got started by myself.
Yeah.
Like I opened up a can of worms that I didn't know that I was gonna open up. I flat out messaged me and Shy were talking. It started like couple maybe I think it was like January 18th to be exact.
Yeah.
Me and him were trying to get a bunch of bardings for Black Falcons. And they only came out in the Lion Knight Castle, and they were like $30 a piece. Well, I've got a buddy that's been trying to get some off of Bricklink and everything else. And one day in our lug chat, there's like a couple of us. One of the guys was like, "Yo, these bardings just went up on Build or Pick a Brick. You know, they're like $6 a piece." So I messaged Shy to like start the convert. Like I was like, "Hey man, you need to go get these now." Yeah. So we all went and bought them, and like I was going back and forth because it's very, very obvious that an army build video is always going to do nothing else. Like it. And I was picking with him, and I was like, "Yeah," I said, "I watched one of my videos, and I was like, it's really like informational in my opinion, but it doesn't like attract the people that I think it should." And he was like, "Well, you really need to redo your thumbnails." He was like, "You need to redo this." He was like, "You need to quit shooting videos where you're just behind the camera." And like, I was like, "I understand all this." I'm like, "You know what? Lead me your way, please, master." And then he sent me a I asked him about his YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to edit the YouTube shorts on my phone because I was under the impression that you couldn't do it on a computer. They said that like I thought I was told somewhere that it wouldn't let you do it on a computer because if you do it on a computer, it like kind of like shadow bans it.
Okay.
And I was asking him because his video just looked absolutely amazing. Hold on, let me add stud. All right. And his video looked absolutely amazing. And I was like, there's no way you did that on your phone. Like, there's not. And he goes, no, I edit them on my computer. He's like, dude, it takes me like 4 hours to edit a 30-second clip. And I was like, dude, it takes me an hour to edit a 20-minute video that I post. And he's like, well, that's because, you're not doing this, this, and this. He was like, you need to switch it up. So I switched it up. And then he was talking about thumbnails. I figured the more detail I showed of what I was building in a thumbnail, the more it would attract people, not the simplicity of it. And he was like, no, he was like, it really has to do with like simplicity. He was like, people like bright colors. He was like, you kind of want to leave what you're building to imagination somewhat, because if they can see what you're building, there's no point in them watching the video.
Yeah.
And like I understood all that, and I was like, I'm about to post another video. I said it's not going to change anything from what we've talked about. I was like, but the next one, I promise. So the next video I spent time editing it. I tried to do B-roll footage and make it look better, and it like greatly increased.
Yeah.
Oh, look at stud.
It's really cool. Like,
oh, it looks like a stud.
I guess like when it goes to me editing, like, how, I mean, your videos are a prime example. You have words that pop up constantly.
Correct. Yep.
I feel it's hard to find font that makes it look interesting.
I think you could do it. So what do you edit with at the moment?
It depends. Most like 99% of what I do is in Premiere.
Okay, so with Premiere, there's now an easy way. So I'm learning Premiere Pro because I'm kind of stuck using Filmora for the last X amount of years. I haven't fully used it yet, but you can, what is it called? Auto transcribe words. And that's really easy. It'll automatically do it for you. But then you have to find a way to like animate stuff. You have to cut and animate. And that's where like I struggle. And that's where like I haven't used it. But like for your type of videos, it should be really easy. And I think you'd have a longer watch time. But I think people would follow along because you do a lot of talking,
like what BFAB says, that auto feature for the text in Premiere is great, but then you have to cut it up. Like you still have to edit it. So it's like that's what Premiere though is what, dude. That's industry standard. That's what we've been using to make TV commercials for years. Like they use like the TV shows and everything. That's what they use. So
now this is coming from someone who doesn't know Premiere Pro, but I'm just learning now. Like I'm watching hours of tutorials. So
I was using Premiere Pro because I was watching tutorials through YouTube and seeing how to do stuff. And I figured out that most of the people I was watching was showing me like the hardest way possible to do things. Now that I've watched some videos where people are showing shortcuts and stuff, it's very easy. But when it comes to animating text, like as far as sliding in, sliding out, zooming in, zooming out, moving around, rotating, all that is very simple. But when it comes to like coming in at an angle and like you're hitting the brakes and the letters stopping and straighten out, stuff like that is very like it's attainable to do on there. It's just you're going to spend an hour to do it because I haven't found the easiest way to do it. Basically.
Yeah, and so like for the type of video you're doing, because they are longer, I think like an hour on like subtitles is not bad. And I'm not trying to sound like a dick because like for me, like let's say like I have a word pop on screen, I'm typing out every single word. So that might take like 8 to 10 hours because like if you're popping up a word, like Premiere Pro has it really easy in the sense of like if you don't want to, you don't have to do that. You just got to find a way to animate it, which you are right. It is a little complicated. I can't even speak depending on the animation. But yeah, I mean, once I start using Premiere Pro, I'm going to totally use that function because it makes things look really nice. Like kind of like how like Shy does it, you know?
The things with the Adobe programs is there's a million ways to skin a cat in there. Like even Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, I mean, all their programs kind of all use the same software engineering structure, but there's so many shortcuts and like you just have to your time. Like you just have to like do it and then you find your little avenue and what works best for you. So I would definitely keep it up with Premiere. That's the best program to use.
Well, the thing that I've learned is every video that I post, I believe personally, in my opinion, quality of the actual video wise is getting better.
I agree. Yeah, that's why I praise you for it. So like I hate to say this, but I can sound like a complete asshole. Like so when I sent you that message, I was so drunk, but I was like, so here's what I do in my spare time, right? Because I love like analyzing people's videos. So if I'm sub to you, I'll go through your videos and just analyze them for fun. So I saw that video with the different thumbnail and I'm like, wow, this video has like 3-4x views or whatever it was compared to the others. And this one is like update number, what was it, 18 or 19? I'm like, that doesn't happen because the more updates you drop, usually your videos are going to continue to get less and less views. It's usually like the first update and the last update that do really well. But this one skyrocketed. I'm like, okay, it's the thumbnail. And so that's why I'm like, oh, I should tell him next stream I joined. But I like my schedule is all messed up or whatever. It was for at least a bit because I was working 2 jobs. So I'm like, next time I see which I'm going to ask him like what does he think is the reason. But then I was drunk and I saw your broken horse and I'm like, let me just tell him, you know.
Dude, here's a perfect Adobe example. My sister is a way better artist than me, destroys me. She went to Yale School of Art, like Fine Arts, which is like the #1. She destroys me. She was a director for SNL, but she always asked me to teach her like Adobe stuff. And she gets so frustrated. And I'm like, well, while you were doing all that fancy stuff, I was learning all these shortcuts. Like, so there's like a difference. Like once you do Adobe enough, you learn like what works for you. And she's like, you do it so fast. I'm like, yeah, but you're a way better artist than I am. You have to learn it. You just have to learn it. Unfortunately, it's like a.
Well, see, Will just brought up something about people who post like, see, I don't want it to be every word I type. And right now I'm doing it just like you are, BFAB. I'm continuously like I'm doing it word per word because I'm only doing certain words. When I type the script, what I do is I sit down and type up a paragraph. I go back into the paragraph and go through of stuff that I think I need to change or stuff I need to like, I'll control F and how many times do I say this word? And if I've said it more than like 3 times, all right, well, let's, get rid of it and change the word to something else that has the same meaning. And I go through that. And while I'm doing that, there's certain words that I like put in bold and highlight to basically show that I need to create a text for that. So
Yeah,
I
and that's always
create
smart. It
the-
really emphasizes on stuff. I think honestly, you're doing so much better with like everything. I think the only thing again is like the thumbnails, but like that gets better with practice. Like they've improved, obviously. You know what you're doing, and I think you're seeing the results of like changing up your design. You know?
But see, what made no sense to me is the fact that the thumbnails that showed the quality of the build aren't getting the views that the like one random minifigure that I've photoshopped.
So I can explain why. So what I was saying, which I should have explained it in a nicer way. Again, I'm going to do this. The nice way of explaining things is not drunk BFAB. I'm a douchebag explaining things. So
Oh, that's the best. Come on, BFAB.
Yeah, really.
drunk B is just like brutally honest, and the thing is like, if I mean, well, here's the thing. I will only criticize you in a negative way if I believe you can do well, right? If I think somebody's bound to fail, I just won't acknowledge their channel, their presence. I'm not going to give you feedback. I'm not going to say anything. If I believe you can do better than you're doing now, I will always say like what I think. So the reason why like those half and half thumbnails are going to do better is because they're not going to blend in, right? Like most people who are just starting YouTube have the thumbnails with no design or like very basic design, or let's say they're showing off a mock. They're not putting effort into that design, so they're gonna all kind of blend in together. Well, the half and half thumbnails are trendy right now. Like it still shows the color, it sticks out. But if I'm looking at my sub feed, the reason I instantly noticed that thumbnail was because it was different, right? Compared to other thumbnails with like anything gray, any gray mock, any black mock is gonna all look the same in your subscription feed, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Unless you're specifically looking for it.
another thing too is like there were certain things I was doing, like the text I was using on the thumbnails was just to make it look like it was old script because I was doing an old castle.
Yeah.
But I didn't really realize it until Shy brought it to my attention that you can't really read it. On my phone, when the thumbnail is being edited and the picture is as big as it is, you can read it clear as day.
Yeah.
As soon as you put it in a thumbnail, you don't really read it.
Adobe just has like a million ways to do the same thing. Like not a million, but you know what I mean. I'm just speaking physicians. Like they always have a bunch of shortcuts. So you just have to like you kind of just have to do it, unfortunately. But stick with it because Adobe is the best way to go. It definitely is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I've been using Adobe the whole time. I've just not been using it for what I like, how I should use it.
You just have to learn to keep watching YouTube and keep trying things because you will eventually just like get like really speedy at it, and you'll find some shortcuts work better. Sometimes, like with
I gotta
me,
mute myself for 1 sec. Sorry, guys.
sometimes with me, the old long way works better in Photoshop, for example, than what these young kids do now. Just because I'm so used to it and I'm quick at it, so it just depends on you. There's so many ways you can do the same thing in those programs that you just have to. You really just have to mess with it.
Yeah.
Dude, you know I love Hive, but I can't believe he said that the BTS sets won't sell. I hate BTS. I'm against the way they make that manufactured music, but I'm not stupid. They have a huge following. They're gonna sell those things. Are gonna sell like hotcakes, man.
Well, Lego was also really smart by doing that because that brings in like a whole nother group of people.
Dude, definitely, and that's what they want. That's why they make sets like the piano, the Fender guitar.
That BTS reminds me exactly like Seinfeld. Seinfeld was geared towards older people. It was. And it did extremely well because the older people that like Seinfeld, Seinfeld ain't had nothing come out in years. And they were like, man, here's something we can enjoy. So the fact that they were coming out with the BTS, I've seen that definitely doing good. But I will be honest with you, I did not see it selling out.
I mean, I agree with Hive for my hate for BTS and the way they make the music, but it's gonna sell like crazy. It just is. It has a huge following, like huge. So it is what it is.
I mean, there's always going to be sets that we don't predict that do well, that do amazing. There's going to be sets that we think are absolutely amazing. I think that a lot of people's opinions of BTS not doing well was the fact that Queer Eye didn't do well.
Yeah, but that's apples to oranges in my
opinion.
opinion.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's just like that was the last set that we got that was like that, and it was a thing that not a lot of people knew about.
Yeah.
So, Richard, you know the funny thing about Queer Eye?
He sounds really good.
It parted out really well for Bricklink store.
Oh, the parts were amazing. the printed tiles in there. Everything was amazing.
Yeah, well, the funny thing, Stud, is how fast the minifigures are selling
Yeah.
individually.
And they
I
had
mean,
the
it's
rack.
like-
They had the rack of like the accessories that went with the minifigures. That was awesome too.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
well, that's
And they
another
have
thing that
extra
I've been looking
torsos.
at. You know, one of the reasons why those minifigs have been doing so well is because it's easier to buy those with the flesh tone heads than it is to go try to find flesh tone heads.
They gave a lot of good parts in that set, a lot, and like that, like for Brickin sellers, that was amazing when it went on sale because like
Well,
all
those
the tiles, everything, like they had the dog mold, like the rat mold, like it's just that set for as small as it was. I mean, it wasn't super small, but the parts in there were packed, man. They were
the
packed.
white masonry
Yeah,
bricks caused
that
my
too.
entire lug to go into like
Yeah.
a convulsion.
Yeah, that too.
They were all waiting for those things to hit Bricklink so they can get them.
They had like rug tile parts that were great that people could use. Like that set had so many good parts. It had a lot of good parts.
Well, we parted out, I think, 5 of them.
Yeah, I bought when they went on sale. I bought 2 of them just to get the parts because I knew in the future I'll use these for something. You know, they had good parts, man. That set had amazing parts. I've never watched this once.
Has the soccer fit or the foosball table? Is it still one of those things that's like? I think it was like 50% off last time I checked or something like that.
That thing is a damn shame because the fan obviously wanted it to be playable, like to really be playable. And yeah, Lego made it still playable, but foosball tables, the goalie is like the fun part, is having the one-on-one goalies and things. So like for them to shrink it like that and just make it a minifig pack was kind of upsetting because it's a slap in the face to the dude who originally designed it as a fan, number one. But number
But see,
two,
that was a set that the minute I seen how it was going to look, I knew that there was no way. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I know how Lego kind of comes up with their prices. That is $100 set at most. It is.
oh yeah. But they threw all the minifigs in there to make people think differently. You know, they tried to pull the wool over the eyes, and no one
Yeah,
fell for
but
it.
just because you have 40 different, or I mean, there's a crap ton of variations you can do because they all have like different hair, different, head, different faces. And I understand that why they did that. They want you to be able to kind of relate to whoever you're picking to play with. But at the same time,
game
like
itself
said,
sucked.
it was just a way for them to jack the price up.
But the game itself sucked. Like that was one of those sets, like you said, that they want to bring in people like BTS that aren't Lego fans, and people who play foosball are going to be like, "What the hell is this? Like this is."
Can you even play? Like, has anybody actually tried?
I don't know. I mean, there's probably videos about it. I just didn't pay attention to it because when I saw that, I was like, "Oh my god, they destroyed this thing."
There's a huge fan base for just about everything you can think of.
No, definitely.
But every time you create something, you have to please the elitists. The elitists are the one that are going to cut you down. And in that case, you don't have to be an elitist. That just was a shitty set. It was a shitty design.
Supposedly, their excuse, which as a professional designer, I can see why they did it, was to do the piping that makes the actual like rods going through the table. They couldn't get enough Technic connections to like that would stay to make it wide enough and long enough to do a big table. And I get that as a designer, I get that, and internally corporate brand manager are going to say, no, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So let's make it smaller. So I get that, but at that point, you can't just get rid of the idea. You can't, like, when you water it down that badly, this is what happens, and no one wants it. So
Will said you can play it. It's just not fun. It's way too small.
Yeah, it's too small. But they claimed it was because they couldn't get the Technic piping. Like, I don't even know if it's called Technic piping, but the pipes that people cut, the rods, like moving, they trying to connect that like 3 of them together wide. It just wasn't, the tension wasn't staying there. So it didn't meet their standards, which I completely get as a designer. But at that point, then you just scrap the idea. If it's not going to work, it's not going to work. But they try to save it with the minifigs, and some people like it, some don't.
Well, I mean, that's one of those idea sets that I don't like. Ideas to me is really strange because there's people who I get at least 2 messages a week from people like, hey, can you go support my ideas? I'm close to 10,000. And it's stuff that a lot of the times I don't understand why they're doing it because it's never going like. There's a bunch of people who send me stuff for Willow,
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, that's a Disney owned product. You're never going to be able to have that design. Like Disney might say, oh yeah, you have a good point, but Disney, if they drop that, they're designing that.
Yeah, they're gonna have their designers do it for sure. I mean,
and I feel that way about a couple of like the sets that have came out, but now they're doing things like they approved the Nightmare Before Christmas like town,
yeah.
which I still think that's one of those things that if they do that, I think Disney's going to make it to be theirs.
Well, they're definitely going to give their feedback. They definitely will give their feedback. I mean,
they're also doing the Snow White house, are they not?
I don't know.
I have no clue.
I haven't seen it.
I'm pretty sure that they talked about doing a Snow White house because the thing that happened was the fact that it was like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. They couldn't say dwarfs.
I always get people saying like my mock's like, oh, put this in there, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that people like them, but having worked in the industry, I know that the Ideas platform is a free focus group for Lego, and then they own your property. They own, even if they make it or not, or if it gets enough votes, they own the rights to what you made for like 2 years. And like, I just don't agree with that as a designer. Like, and the fans do, they can love it. I get it, but having worked in the industry,
I mean, people
people
are looking at it different as you. You're looking at it as more or less a full-on creator aspect, and they're looking at it as like the same way I look at Lego Masters. They've asked me countless times to be on Lego Masters, and they've yet to actually put me on the show. I don't think that I'll do good at all on the show, but I want to be on there to get my name out there.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Totally. Like when they asked me for the first and second season, and then I told the casting agency, I'm like, did you look at my resume? Because I'm not allowed because I've already worked for the companies, and that's like a legal issue. They don't let you go on if you've worked for the companies. So I told the casting agencies, I'm like, you keep asking me, but I can't go on to begin with. So do your research, people. Like but they always do that, man. They're gonna tease people, want to get them on the show, and then that's how casting agencies are. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, my biggest thing was they told me that because the first year that I almost made it, they basically come up and said that we really didn't have a story to sell in layman's terms, which I understood that. I understood that perfectly. When you watch a reality show, you have to be able to sell a character, and I honestly don't have anything that's sellable. I don't.
No, you do. It's just that didn't fit what they wanted for their role. Like
Not enough drama for them.
Yeah,
exactly.
Then this time when they called for season 3, like the woman was talking to me, and I told her straight up, I was like, look, if I'm gonna do this, I was like, y'all find me a partner. I was like, I want to get stuck with somebody I do not know. And she was like, well, that's not always a good thing because we don't know how personalities work. And I was like, well, then I'm going to tell you right now, you've not seen my YouTube channel. I was like, because we might make it or fail. I was like, but it is guaranteed to get a laugh. I was like, if that person is screwing up, I was like, I'll call them out on it. I was like, I don't care. And they were like, well, we like that, but I just don't think that we're going to be able to find someone. And apparently they
will team up.
Do what?
Usually they will team up partners if it fits with their needs that they're looking for. Because they definitely I forget how many teams are on the show. I haven't watched it in a couple of seasons, but the casting agencies are told that you have to find, they call them buckets in the industry, where you have to find people that fit these buckets, and they want like 8 different buckets. So it's like it's so weird, man. Casting agencies are strange, but they'll string you along. They definitely will. That's what they do.
I mean, the first season with all the stuff that was going on with Mark. I'm glad we didn't get on, but this season, I really was like hoping that it would work out.
Whatever happened to him? I never asked you. Like, he just disappeared from your channel. I don't mean to bring anything up that's bad.
He had some family stuff going on and some issues, and it was just like, I mean, it was really like it's some really bad stuff. And I was kind of getting angry towards him about the way things were going with everything here. And we kind of just agreed to like him walk away from it. He really didn't have any money tied into it, so it wasn't like we had to work something out. Yeah. Everything was pretty much mine. There was a couple sets and stuff that was his, and he just kind of walked away. We've talked a couple times about like him coming back every once in a while just to build something.
That would be cool.
But I mean, he's got a kid now and everything else, so it's not that easy.
Yeah, life happens, bro. I get it. I just always never. He just disappeared. And I always wondered why. I was like, why?
He had like 4 family things happen back to back to back to back, and I was just like, dude, like I honestly, I told him, I was like, I don't know how much more you're gonna be able to take.
Yeah, life happens. I get that. I get that.
Hey, Richard.
Yeah.
Will just said, say you're gay and pregnant. You'll be in there like swimwear.
Yeah, the pregnant thing worked for the first season. Obviously, it was just like that's the other thing. People,
Yo, who's pregnant now? What have I come back to?
you are.
We're telling
I knew there was something wrong.
BFAB, it's me, buddy.
Nope.
It's me.
We're telling
Your wife is like, what?
That's why they call him Camel, because he's got the humps. He's got the pregnancy humps going on.
We're telling Lego Masters that you're pregnant with my kid. That way we can get on.
That would work out perfectly. We win.
Just don't include me.
Oh, God.
No way.
I mean, it does seem a little sus that they won, though. To be fair, like with the first season, I feel like Boone was obviously Boone's a great builder. His partner's a great builder. And same with Tyler and Amy. I feel like Boone did a little bit better, but I feel like they both had insanely strong builds, you know?
Well, his partner even disappeared.
Yeah.
Boone's partner, what was his name? Mark or what? I think
Mark and Boone, yep.
He kind of just disappeared too. It was like so, and Boone had to try and Boone even made a video about it. He had to try. He submitted a resume to Lego Corporate Group 8 times to get hired because they're always going to look for there's different departments. So the department hiring at Lego Group, they're looking for people with design degrees over the fans, but there are fans that can build like him that deserve a job. And it took him like 8 times to get a job, and he finally did, which is great for him. He deserves it. But it's just
the thing that I applaud him the most on, though, is he is one of the few people that he's actually like one of the only people that done it, and he stuck with it because it's something that he loves.
Yeah, he made a video about it. He's saying like even after he was on Lego Match, he's like they've denied me like 7-8 times, and then finally he kept persisting. Like he has talent. He definitely has the talent to do it. It's just the people in HR always, if you don't send a resume with like actual like design jobs and a history, they're usually going to overlook you, especially for a senior position. But
stuff like him and people like Mel and everybody else that are out there, and like, you know, they've come home from Lego Masters and now they're doing things like teaching kids and stuff like that.
Oh, do you say Moto? I thought you said Mayo for a second. I'm like, yo, Mayo was on Lego Masters?
No, Mel.
Mel. Okay. Yeah.
Mel keeps it real. I like.
No, Mel's straight up. He's a good dude. I like.
Yeah, he keeps it real. Even on land, he keeps it real. Like I trust what Mel says because he's not gonna say things just to say them. He actually he gives his official, honest opinion about things.
Yeah, no, he's very straightforward. So.
Yeah, I don't think I could be that guy that's like teaching kids how to build and stuff like that.
Whatever happened to Boone's Mark? Mark just disappeared.
That's just me.
I haven't seen anything from that guy, Mark. Like, and he made some really good mocks. He always did like apocalypse kind of mocks.
Last time I saw Mark, he was drunk on a live stream. So
he made some cool apocalypse mocks. I mean, he definitely had skill. He kind of just disappeared, and then Boone went to Lego. I'm sure he's still out there doing something.
Yeah, no. I mean, I know he still exists. I mean, it was like he was drunk on a stream like a month ago, so he's still kicking it. Maybe I should
drunk and live stream just don't go together.
I don't know. BFAB might be the king of that.
Yeah, I do have a record for being drunk on a live stream. The thing is, like, for me, I think maybe once or twice since I started like joining streams again, I haven't really been drunk on a stream anymore because I just won't join them because I know what happens when I get drunk. So
I remember like the first stream I ever joined that you were in it and drunk. There was somebody in like the chat that said something. And you had just like went off. It was on a Hive stream, and everybody was just like quiet. Like you were just letting into it, and we were just like all like, okay, he's doing this thing. Like
Yeah, no, so the thing is, so a lot of people don't like me or they're like try to call me out or something. And I know I go off on people, or like if I see someone in a chat I don't like and they're saying something and I know they're irking me, people constantly will throw jabs at me. And if I'm sober, I'll ignore it. I don't remember the exact case, but if somebody throws jabs at me and I'm drunk, I'm a dick.
I mean, that kind of goes with the territory.
Yeah, it seems like that's the case. Or like I still remember Doc has a stream up where I'm like going after Ryan, like I'm on a stream. I'm like, Ryan, you only have views because you look good, man. All the ugly people have to suffer. The only reason why you're popular is because you're good looking. And like Ryan's literally just like laughing while I'm just going in at him. Everyone's like, stop, beef up, stop.
Well, he could be a good sport because I'm always attacking Clone Wars fans in his chats, but he, because we're friends and Ryan knows I'm just messing around.
Out of everyone that I've got drunk and like shaded, Ryan has taken it the best.
Yeah, Ryan usually tells people he's like, chill, Sidious is just joking, because he knows my humor and it could be dry and sarcastic, but it's like he is a good sport when it comes to that for sure.
Yeah.
The first time that I met Ryan like in person was at Brick Fair, Virginia, like 2 years ago, last year, something like that, 2 years ago. And Sands was like, I got a question. He was like, do you have any of those stickers? And I was like, yeah. So I handed Sands one of the like bearded brick stickers. And like, I didn't know what he was going to do with it. And he like took it off the little thing, like the little wrapper. And he like walked straight over to Ryan and like put it on his back and was like, hey man, you want anything for lunch? And Ryan was like, no, I'm good right now. And like just walked away. And Sands was like, you're welcome. And it was just like for 4 hours straight.
That was great with Ryan. I forget which show it was. It was recently though, where he wore that like neon printed like Lego jumpsuit, kind of like.
I think that was in Virginia, so I think that was a convention.
They come out of nowhere with that on.
Sands did not want to wear it at all, and he was like, "You're wearing this," and like
that's because both of them were squeezed into that thing. Those things were children extra large.
Oh, definitely.
Night, guys.
You going, Chef? Have a good one, dude.
Night, Chef.
Oh, Chef just said night and left. Take care, Chef, bro. I didn't know that. He's just night. I'm gone. Take care, man.
That was pretty funny when he wore that thing. I was like, dude, you got some cojones to wear something like that.
I feel like nothing's ballsy. I used to wear cheetah print pants to conventions, like, and I didn't care. I thought I was the coolest person out there. I no longer think that. I've changed. No one called me out. Like, I had freaking dyed blonde hair, cheetah print pants. No, it was a cheetah print shirt and like galaxy print pants and gold shoes. Like, no one told me I looked like an idiot until I looked back. Like, I'm like, yo, why did anyone be like, dude, you look like crap?
Well, it depends, man. Some people in style, like, dude, I'm just used to New York City. You just see what people walk around wearing here, bro. It's like crazy.
It didn't match. Like, cheetah prints with space pants and gold shoes and blonde hair. Like, I don't know what I was trying to look like, but I look like something out of this world. Like, I look alien, you know?
Like, I can walk into a bodega at 3 a.m. and there's someone dressed like a robot. Like it's you never know. I'm just used.
Yeah,
to
but you know you have crappy friends when no one tells you look like shit. When everyone's like, "Hey, you look all right, buddy. You looking good. I love your pants."
Swag.
I should have known it was bad when a little kid came up to me and said, "My dad said you look like a rapper," you know, and I'm like, I should have woken up with that, but I didn't.
Last year, there was like a whole group of people that were there in like anime cosplay.
Yeah.
And
I was probably Bionicle fans.
No, they were the different breed of people that were there. But the anime fans that were dressed up in the cosplay, like I had no idea who they were. Like they were walking around all together, and like I was just like, y'all might be at the wrong place.
Camel,
they walked to the wrong convention.
Are you guys building the castle? What are you guys building, Camel? I can see it on the table. Is that the castle?
Torty's building one of the old modulars.
Oh, the hotel. Yeah, that looks dope.
Yeah, so if you look, so Stud, if you look behind us, she's missing 3 modulars from having all of them. She's going to take the camera up there.
Oh
so
man,
we got
that's
3.
awesome.
Yeah, so she has the other 3. One of which is she's building tonight. She's got 2 more that are new in the box, and she'll have the whole set.
So, are you buying your wife those, or is she buying them for herself? That sounds really bad. I'm not taking it that way.
So the reality of it is, Richard bought the last two.
Richard, you
Oh,
bought?
parts orders. Yeah, Richard's
I
cash
will-
parts orders paid for that.
He used my money, but he found them at Brick Fair, Virginia.
Yeah, so Gene was ordering he bought some like used he bought like 2 used modulars from one of the guys that we know. And I was like, Gene, I was like, I'm not gonna tell you that you spent a little bit more money than you should. I was like, but if you were go to a convention, you could have like haggled somebody for a brand new in a box price for that price. And I went to Brick Fair, Virginia, and during the night that they do like the yard sale, there was one guy that had one of them for sale, and it was like only $500, like brand new in a box. And I called Gene, and I was like, dude, you might want to jump on this. So I bought it, and then like a couple more like feet down the way, there was another guy that was selling one of them, and I ended up buying them since they were the last ones, and I still got them for cheaper than what they go for used on Bricklink.
But,
Okay, so that was the time where you spent like over. I think you were telling me you spent over like $3,000 at Virginia, right? I think you said that publicly.
Yeah, but that wasn't including what he had. Yeah, so like
there was $2,000 of it.
There was a guy sitting to the table next to, like, he literally had his mock next to mine, and he was like pulling out sets from underneath the table, and I was like, "What is all that stuff?" And he was like, "Oh, this is stuff I'm gonna take in the yard sale. Do y'all want first dibs at it?" And one of them was like one of the Pirates of the Caribbean ships. I was like, "What do you want for that?" He's like, $200. I was like, "Sold." And like, I was like, he had like 2 Alien Conquest sets that Justin bought. He had the Fisherman Shack that he let go for like $200. Like, he didn't even have to set up a table. He sold out immediately.
Did he just not know the value of this stuff? Is that what was going on?
No, he did, but he told me that it was one of those things that, which I kind of understand. He was like, I would rather take a loss and let somebody here that's going to enjoy them have them versus me try to sell them online and deal with it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I've done that before. Like, I lost about 80% of my money on my Comic-Con figures. I still made money, but I lost 80%. So I probably lost about $2,500 in all the Comic-Con figures that I've sold. Like, when I say I lost money, I could have made $2,500 extra, but instead I decided to kind of break even on everything.
You're still in the green, though,
yeah.
But
so BFAB, the last 2 she's got to build are in these bags. We've already disassembled them, inventoried them, washed them. They're ready to rock.
Which one? So
that's awesome, and I love your guys' setup. It's just so concise and so perfect looking.
Which one?
You need to see the rest of the house.
Oh no.
This one is the Grand Emporium. This is the Fire Brigade. Now they have been washed. They have not been. They've just been checked off. So when I build, I have to sort them kind of like bricks, plates, small bitty things. And that's how I build. But Richard gives me a hard time because it takes me like months to build something.
Yeah.
And he tells me it's just because I'm old.
No, you got to sort through all that. That's work.
No, don't let her lie to you. She could buy a brand new set. The fact that it's like that does not matter. She's still going to take that long.
Well, the amount of money you spend on parts with them, of course they can buy whatever they want.
I love the setup, and it's nice that like you guys have all the like modulars. That's crazy. So
yeah, that's what I collect. So eventually, when I get this one finished, I will put them in order, or we will put them in order of their production time.
I was curious what those 2 bags were. I was curious. That's why I asked when it was turned around. It looked like the castle when it was turned around, but then I saw that peek over the window of the front door, and it looked different.
Oh, this one? Yeah. This one.
When it was turned around, it just looked gray.
Denny's, how did you think that was a castle?
When it was turned around, it was just the gray backside.
Oh, okay, fair.
Let me turn it around this way.
Yeah, come on, BFAB.
That still doesn't look like a castle.
It does look like
everybody's building a castle now, though.
If you close your eyes a little bit.
Brain, bro. My brain, when it comes to design, is shot. So.
But it does take me a while because I only build on Friday, on the Wednesdays when we build with Richard. So
it's fine. I'm a slow myself, so I get it. I'm real.
And I enjoy talking. So building and talking, I can't do the same thing.
Yeah,
you know?
I am a pro at talking too, so that is one of my strong suits.
Yeah. Well, I teach all day, so I talk all day.
Well, you guys keep talking. I'll keep building. We're good to go.
See,
hey, you know what? That works. Are you
Peter
building the wave mosaic, or is that a custom mock that you're building?
Yeah, it's a great wave.
Oh, that looks so cool. That's why it sold out the first week. Okay, that
Yeah,
looks
so it
cooler than I
starts out
thought.
as a mosaic, then you get into the 3D aspects of it.
You got into what?
It's got a lot of 3D depth to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's what I was
My
doing with
mother
that
got it
Nintendo.
for him for his birthday, for his 60th birthday.
You buy people gifts for their birthdays? I take from people on their birthday. Okay.
My mother,
No, her mother bought it.
Oh,
love
so
it.
who bought it? We got to find out the mystery of who bought it. Was it her or her mother?
my
I love
mom
the
bought
3D
it
depth.
for Jean.
Oh, okay. So you didn't buy
She
it
lives
then.
in Louisiana.
You're taking
so
credit
she
for
can't-
what you didn't do. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, she lives in Louisiana and she's 83. So she goes, "What does Gene want for his birthday?" I said, "Legos." She goes, "Be more specific." So I told her this
That
was
is
the last
true. With
gift.
Lego, you have to be like detailed, but you'll get something you already have. You know?
Right.
But I will tell you, that right there is true to some extent. But I get so tired of every year people ask, like, telling me, like, as I'm opening a Christmas present, they're like, "Well, we didn't know what to get you." It's like,
You're like, ask.
yeah, but I'm like, but it isn't Lego, so therefore, like, you missed the big hobby there.
Yeah. Well, that's what our kids do. They'll say, "Well, we didn't know what to get you, so we got you some Legos." I'm like, all you got to do is ask us. We can tell you exactly what we got, what we want.
See, I think people are worried that you're gonna ask for something really pricey, like an expensive Lego set. So they're like, "We'll just get him Lego. We'll get him a $10 like city set, you know, and he'll be happy."
Oh, I do that to my mom every year. Every year, my mom asks me what I want for Christmas, and I'll tell her the most expensive set that I do not have yet.
I have enough Lego. Give me silk boxers.
You know, that's effective at one point.
Like for the past, like last year, I hit my mom up. She was like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "The Lego AT-AT." She was like, "Can you send me a link to it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "That's $850." I was like, "Yep." She's like, "I'm not buying you that."
Did she end up buying it for you or no?
No.
Disappointed. Come on.
She won't spend that type of money on Lego. She won't.
Yeah.
When
If
people
it
ask
was-
me what I want nowadays, I literally say nothing. I'm like, I'm getting older. I'm closer to dying. I think I'm good. You know, if I want something, I can work for it.
Well, that's not. See, I'm the type of person that if it comes out and I want it, I buy it pretty much right away. Or like with the AT-AT, I've put off buying the AT-AT because I will walk into a Lego store and walk out of that store with that set and not spending a dime.
Oh, I know you will. I know you will. I see it in you. You know.
I've got like 50. I think it's like 57,000 points right now, and I need like I think.
God dang! I have
Yeah,
like
I think
5.
Every Christmas, my mother. I mean, I'm 50 years old, and my mom's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm like, "Mom, take that money and buy Lego sets for my nieces and nephews. Like, I'd rather see them like.
See, that's
light
nice.
up.
That's nice.
I'd rather see their eyes light up on Christmas morning like I used to. Don't spend the money on me. I don't care. I'm an old man. I'll buy what I want. You know, like
I think the great thing about adulthood is like if you want something and you can't afford it, you just got to work a bunch, right? That's what I've learned. And so like I don't get that joy that I used to have as a kid where like you get a $30 set and you're so happy. There's like this feeling where you're like happy for months. And then like as an adult, now I have all these Lego sets and I'm like, ah, cool. I just got a new set. Nice. You know?
You want me to tell you what's crazy though, and made me like I feel exactly what you're saying, but this is no lie. So last year, and this is gonna sound like I guess cliche, last year at Brick Fair, Virginia, I was sitting there with Fickin, and he was like, "Yo," he was like, "Why don't you come help me hand out all these sets?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "I give poly bags and small sets to kids for free."
yeah, he's awesome.
And I was like, "All right, man, no problem." He's like, "I'll be honest with you." He goes, "You know, I don't feel comfortable doing it all the time," which, and I can understand you walking around to some, kid and you're like, "Hey, you want this for free?" In the society we are in now, it's frowned upon. And
Want some candy, little girl?
Yeah,
I was like,
van.
see the joy in those
I've
kids'
got some
eyes.
great Legos in the van.
This free $5 Lego set, and like that's all it was like, it's a poly bag. It's nothing whatsoever. Like, but to see the joy in that kid's eye, I was like, man, there's something. It like flipped on me. So I have got these Republic tanks. So I've bought 7 of these sets so far. I'm buying enough to have 15. I just want the clones out of them. I don't care about the set. But I was like, I'm taking them to Fair next year and I'm giving them away to kids.
Oh no, it's the nicest thing ever. Like Fick has done this before. It's funny because I went to I think it was Philly.
Yeah, that's really good.
2000, I think,
Yeah.
no, 2019. And Fick was out there he literally had a bunch of sets that were missing like one or two pieces. He had probably about 60, 70 sets. And he just stood there. He's like, take whatever you want. I don't care. I was going to sell these, but everyone just grab it. And like, I was there like, what the heck, Fick? What are you doing? Like, these sets are missing like two pieces that you could replace, or one, like, they were missing a couple pieces. And he had like a piece of paper written out like all the pieces that were missing and how to like replace them. But it was just crazy. He had like 60, 70 sets, and he's just like, grab whatever you want. And I'm like, I don't want to take anything. He's like, bro, take a set. So I just grabbed a Minecraft set, and I'm like, thank you so much, dude. So yeah,
He's
crazy.
a good guy. He's a really good guy in the community, and he should have a much bigger audience than he does, especially after them doing hauling and balling for so long. People mention all these channels, and they forget about his, and they've been doing it for a long time. But his
My advice
individual
that I always
channels-
give Fick, and I hope that he listens to me one day, is that he has to make content and he has to edit it. That's all. That's Fick's only issue. I love the dude. He's great, but you will never grow on your live streams. You just won't, you know?
he does do it old school way, but he's been
Yeah.
putting in every day. He's trying to get the hours, and like he's committed, dude. I give him
Yeah.
respect for that. Like he's been literally streaming every day to try to get the hours up, and like he will eventually hit it that way. It just takes a long time.
Here's the issue though. You will never grow to that level that he wants to grow with live streams. I know I've told him that. And again, I'm not being a dick. I love Fick. Fick is one of like the people in Lego community. And like when I used to be like involved in like drama back when I was a kid, he was like the first like AFOL that was like, hey, let's have him on our show. So I have nothing but love for Fick. But like if you want to grow, you can't just do live streams. There's no way on this platform currently that you're gonna grow doing live streams. It's just not gonna happen.
He's doing a lot of shorts now, though. He's doing a lot of shorts now, though. He's starting to do that. So
yeah, and that is helping his channel grow too. So yeah.
It's the first step in the right direction.
The main reason I like to do anything that has to do with live is if I'm going to be down here and building a set, I would rather do it live and have conversations with people. Because if I build the set, I'm not going to do a review on it. So it's just going to be something I build. So why not go live and have fun?
Lives are perfect when you're trying to just hang out with people.
Yeah, and we do that some on Thursday nights where we're not even online. We just go into StreamYard and just hang out with each other and build and talk.
Yeah, every Thursday I'll do like this. Like I basically create a StreamYard stream. I just don't go live, and I add people in, so it's like a free for all. Like say whatever you want to say type thing.
I mean, I usually do that, but like in Discord, like people be like, hey, you want to chat? And half the time we're stuck in Discord calls for hours nerding about analytics. Like when we're on the stream right now, I was getting messages from people, hey, do you want to pop in a Discord call? I'm like, I'm just not going to respond right now. So
the thing that I don't like about Discord as much as the YouTube is every time I'm on a Discord call, it seems like, well, because the only time I get on Discord calls is for like lug meetings and stuff. But there's always like so many people trying to do so much that it's just like it's not fun. It's almost overwhelming.
I mean, for me, it's like the people that I'm chatting with, they're usually just chilling. We're just like nerding out about analytics. Like one person will kind of take charge of the conversation, and there's a lot of like listening involved. I like Discord sometimes better because I feel more chill and like I can say whatever, you know. But just half the time it's nice because we're just hanging out with a bunch of other like Lego YouTubers and like just talking analytics. Like you won't realize how fun that is or annoying it can be until you do it for hours, you know?
Well, I know how I get super nerdy with that BFAB, you know, because I
oh yeah, no, 100%. Same with me. Like, oh, why this color is a better clicking color? Like teal is the highest clicked color for like thumbnails, right? Like I didn't know that, but then you talk to a bunch of people that know what they're doing, and they tell you that stuff. So
and it's always changing too. That's why it's interesting because it's always changing as well, and like it's like
that has got to be like one of my biggest downfalls is I don't know anything about analytics and I don't pay attention to it.
Yeah, well, that's the backbone though. Really, like professionally growing channels, that's like the backbone of it. But it is frustrating because it changes a lot. So
it does. That's the thing. Like I know, like 2000. So I've had my channel for a long time. I've got to see the algorithm change. I didn't really care about it until I don't know, maybe 2-3 years ago. But like 2021 was probably my best year because I was consistent. I posted 8 weeks in a row and my video views, let's say 10x'd, right? And during that time, like people were telling me why this video did well, why this happened. Also, like the thing is, like with the algorithm always promotes consistency. I think that's why like I'll never grow to the level I want to be at because I'm never going to be able to be committed to YouTube. I can't commit to posting once a week. You know, I can't commit to posting 8-minute content, you know?
It's hard to be consistent. That's why there's people that's why there's ad agencies that have teams of people doing it. Cause it's for one person, dude, it's a lot. Like it's a lot to keep up like that. And to make it quality at the same time. It's a lot, dude.
At the same time as that, like I'm the one that's posting. I'm posting at least once a week. Like so normally at one time I was doing a haul video, a castle video, a live stream, and a mock series every week.
That's why I don't even do. People are like, you should do it for your Lego stuff, and I can't because I have to do it so much for my business every day that I'm just burnt out. Like I can't. The last thing I want to do is like make Lego content because I've been making content all day for like 14 hours straight every day for a business, you know. So it's like. I would love to be able to do it for Lego. I just can't because I'm one guy and I don't have the time to be able to do it.
But Stud,
I know, like with it. Sorry.
What do you do?
Well, now I own a clothing apparel business, 2 clothing lines for one's NFL based, and then one is like just local streetwear company for where I live. But I used to be a creative director working for social media and advertising and TV commercials and all that. So that was my job constantly, was getting views for these big companies like TV and NFL. So I learned a lot, but I used to work on teams where I was the creative director and I had people helping. And now it's just, I have to do it all myself. So it's working, it's successful, but it's just so much that when I want to like relax on Lego, the last thing I want to do is make content for Lego. You know, I just want to play with it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm getting ready to start working for this Lego Brick Link company, a store, and I'm hoping it'll work out since I'm going to retire from my previous job, my present job.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys don't do Bricklink full time. Is it part time for both of you guys?
Right now, it's part time. Yeah.
I'm an architect, and Corey's a teacher, and so it's an evening and weekend thing.
Yeah.
And our store right now is we'll bump into the 500,000 parts by June.
Oh dang, balla!
Yeah, we're 458,000 parts as of Sunday.
Yeah, you got a big store. You got a big store.
And
it's nuts. It was nuts how it happened, and we've gone from the first year. This is the start of our third year, and the first year, if we were bringing in 10 orders a month, we were like, oh my God, that's 10 orders a month. Holy crap. And, they may be $3 orders or $5 orders.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight was a slow night. We did 7 orders, a little over $300.
Hell yeah. That's amazing, guys.
I mean, we're averaging right now, part-time right now, we're averaging somewhere around $160 a day, every day.
That's great money, and over time it's only going to get better. That's crazy. That's good money, guys.
That's what I'm hoping.
Congrats.
So when I retire in June, I'm going to take it on full time.
So you're talking about algorithms. What's happened the most is I'm kind of a IT geek myself, and so watching the algorithms of Bricklink, what we've learned is consistently updating and uploading your inventory, whether it's adding 100 parts a night or 5,000 parts a night. Just adding something is triggering something in their algorithm that shows that we're an active store.
Yeah,
and because we're active, we're consistently updating. They're sending us orders like crazy. I mean, Sunday we had 23 orders.
Yeah.
Dang, y'all are balling.
23 orders on a Sunday. And one of the big things, and so you weren't on when we were talking about the Raleigh show in the beginning. We have a big road trip we're going to do this year for her retirement. We're in North Carolina with Richard, and we're doing a road trip in the new Bronco out to Moab and out to Johnson Valley, California, and just do some hardcore four-wheeling. Well, we delayed that trip 2 days so that we could go to the Raleigh show because one of our big customers is one of the guys that displays there a lot.
Yeah.
And he's an internationally known Lego artist, Rocco Boutelier. Look
He's a
him up
what?
sometime.
Those
Rocco
new Broncos are rad. By the way, those new Broncos they look like the old 70s, like say 60s, like the old Broncos. Those new Ford Broncos that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I love that. It looks like a modernized version of the old ones. I know Richard is not a Ford guy, but it's a nice looking car. It's an SUV. It's really nice.
It's not that I'm not a Ford person. I don't like Mustangs.
Dude, when I saw
cars
the
with wheels.
when I saw
Richard
the
talked crap
electric,
about Ford, but he didn't mind asking me to drive him to South Carolina with his city.
when I first saw that, I didn't know Ford had a SUV Mustang to begin with, like a crossover, and then it was electric. I saw it at the light. That thing took off like a bullet, and it was quiet as hell. And I was like, damn. I was like, I didn't even know they made that thing. Like,
You want to know something funny about that car?
I know where you're going with this.
There's an exhaust company called Borla, and Borla sells an exhaust system for that car. It's speakers that you attach underneath it and a control module on the inside to control what it sounds like. You can have that thing sound like a cammed V8.
well, no, the Mustang, they came up with that feature where you can control what the exhaust sounds like. So that's probably the same system you're talking about.
No, it's not. I'm talking about on an electric car. An electric car don't have an exhaust.
But yeah, see, I don't know. I know nothing about it, but it was quiet. The thing was quiet, dude. Like it was silent.
It's there's no engine in it. There's nothing like that. This system basically puts speakers underneath the car to make it sound like it's got an engine.
But you remember, like, I think it was like, I don't know, 5 years ago when they were the new Mustangs, they were like, oh, you can control what the exhaust sounds like. Like there was a function in the car where you can make it when everyone wanted their car to sound loud as hell, even though it was really not that powerful. They had, for a few of the Mustangs, I think it was 5 years ago, maybe 8, they were doing that little kind of marketing tactic where they're like, you can control your exhaust sound.
Well, a lot of cars do that. It's just changing the mode that the car has to change what kind of like, basically it like opens and closes valves more, and it makes it more aggressive.
Yeah, there's like the baffles in it or whatever. That stuff I know nothing about. I love cars, but I'm no way near a mechanic or anything like that. Even though my dad's a mechanical engineer making parts for NASA, who refuses to retire.
Being a
That
mechanic,
stuff I know nothing about.
Oh, there goes the camera.
No, it's not.
You got it screwed up now.
No,
I've been a
no.
mechanic for the last 12 years. It's not fun.
You better
Yeah,
back it up a
Lee, I
little
can
more.
fix it.
And my dad's big into that. He started out as a mechanical engineer, and then he started making parts for like the Hubble telescope and all that stuff.
Do you want more?
Mhm.
I've never done anything that wasn't on cars. I'm a master technician for Honda,
Good stuff.
and I've recently, for about 5 months now, been at Subaru.
I mean, my dad started out working at a bowling alley, like fixing the pin drop machines, and then he went to school, and he's just nerdy when it comes to that stuff. But I'm lost. I'm a visual dude. I'm an artist. I can't like. He wanted me to be an architect. I was like, Dad, I'm not taking all that math. You're out of your mind, bro. No way.
Yeah, we hire engineers to do most of that crap.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my dad is. That's not me. He's like, you could definitely do it. You're smart enough to do it. I'm like, nah, I like art. I'm an artist. I'm not gonna even go there because it's gonna make my head spin.
Probably need an alternator, Legion. But back to the algorithm thing, like I would really like to learn, but it's just like I was telling Shy, and like I was kind of telling you, I'd rather there just be somewhere that's like, hey, this is what's going on right now, and this is what's trending. This is what
It only has 3 lines. Push that.
me going out and looking at it all. It's just I'm not gonna do it. It'll never happen like that.
The only thing I knew about cars was when I get like a big bonus for doing a lot good for the ad agency, then I would buy a car and then crash it like an idiot while I was partying. That's the only thing I knew about cars.
That's not very good.
No, but that's why I don't drive anymore. I take the train or Uber, Subway.
I don't have the ability to do that down here. I have to drive.
I used to when I was living in Connecticut. I used to have to drive, but now where I'm at right now, like on the border of New York City, there's so many ways for public transportation. I don't have to drive anymore.
I just would hate to live in New York, though. It's too busy for me up there.
Yeah, currently I'm right outside of it because when the pandemic hit, I left Brooklyn and I'm a germaphobe, so I fled and I went back to where I grew up. But I used to live in like upstate Connecticut, and like you have to have a car up there. Like that was my younger days. But where I'm at now, you could still, even just being just outside New York City, you're still on like the train line. You're still in their metro system because everyone commutes in there to work. So you really don't need a car.
And to be honest, there's a certain mindset to that whole living situation. My son's in Boston and
Yeah, it's
absolutely
the
loves the big city.
Yeah, it's the same. I mean, a lot of people in Boston though do have cars, but the boroughs outside of Boston are a little bit, they're not as cramped as New York, so it's easier to do. But most people there, it's the same as New York. You could live without a car pretty easily.
Yeah, so you know the area. He now is in Cambridge. He was in Boston.
Yeah. Cambridge it's like a borough. Cambridge is like the Bronx of New York City. It's just
Right.
It's a borough off of the main city. Cambridge is a nice area, real nice. I love Boston.
I've always wanted to go towards like a big city, but I don't think that I would enjoy it as much as it sounds like I would.
It's just a different lifestyle, totally different lifestyle. It's just you got to get used to it. It just depends on what you like.
Yeah, I like visiting Boston. I did not live there.
What were you saying?
Don't do enough. Me or him?
Well, both. I couldn't hear.
He said that he could visit there, but he couldn't live there, and I was just saying that I don't go out enough for that to be like I don't do the party thing like that anymore. I've been there, I've done that. It got old.
No, I'm the same way. I don't do the party thing either. But I just like to be. I mean, it's different though because I have my family and the properties that live just outside New York City. Like my mom has a little farm, so I can easily just escape if I want to. I have that luxury, so I can get on a train and just go there. Or right now, currently, I'm actually living right near her because I left my condo in Brooklyn for a while. I'll go back eventually, but it does wear on you. Sometimes when I'm in the city, I'm like, I just need to get the F out of here. But it's, it just depends. You get used to it though.
I don't think I would.
Boston though is a very clean city. It's much different. Like it's easier to live there than it is in New York City. That's for sure. Because it's just a better lifestyle there. It totally is.
Oh, it's a totally different vibe.
Yeah, it's a much better lifestyle. It's a little calmer in Boston, but you still have a big city feel. It's I don't know. It's just different. It is nicer there. And then Philadelphia is like the mix of both of them together. So it's like it's just strange, but I like Philly too.
Philly.
You can go from Philly to Boston and New York all in the same day, which is crazy because they're close enough together. It's going to be a hell of a lot of traffic if you don't time it properly, but it is possible.
Sucks that Philadelphia didn't win the Super Bowl.
Dude, when they made the playoffs, they lit up the Empire State Building in the Philadelphia colors, and people went insane. People lost their minds here. They were like, "What the?" Because it's like a rival to New York Giants. They were so mad. It was all over the news. It was pretty funny.
That's pretty fun. That is pretty funny.
They're like, "How dare you? That's like that. The Empire State Building is our building, and you light it up in Philadelphia colors." People were angry, bro. Oh, it was crazy.
At least it wasn't Dallas.
Kansas City, though. As a Raiders fan, I wanted Kansas City to go down, but it is what it is.
I mean, I'm one of those type of people. People were like joking with me about it, and they were like, "How are you not mad? Y'all didn't win," and blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, it's something that I can't control. It's just a game. Like I don't have anything to do with it. It doesn't affect me whatsoever whether either of them win or lose.
Well, that's the other thing why people say, why don't you make Lego content, is because one of my main brands my company is clothing for Raiders fans. And those fans are notoriously a-holes, especially online. And so I deal with them all day and all the trolls and the madness that when I
Are
want
we
to make
talking about a-hole Sidious? Come on, you know them so well. Okay.
when I want to escape like to Lego, I do not want to deal with that. So it's just that's why I don't make Lego content, because I'm so burnt out from dealing with Raider fans all day on social media. It gets to be a bit much. I love them, but I hate them at the same time, dude, because they are aggressive, man. Oh,
Yeah.
The only thing I will say about like the Lego people on YouTube is you can only do, and I won't throw names out there, and no, this has nothing to do with Ryan, but you can only do so much with the money that you have, and some people are always going to be having or have better content because the money that they spend on it. If that makes sense.
yeah, it's also about putting in the work. You just gotta like put in it. That's why I can't do it for Lego, because if I wanted to do it, I'd want to go all in, and it takes so much time and energy that I just don't have it to be able to do that and then run my own company. Like I just can't do it.
But my logic, Richard, is that like those guys have the money because they worked really hard, right? So
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not saying
like,
they're not.
Yeah. Like you are totally right. The more money you have, the better quality content you can make. But if you just use what you have and you work really hard, that's what like Ryan used to always tell me. He's like, you'll eventually get there,
Yeah.
You will. If you keep the consistency up and just keep working and learning, you will.
But you gotta like kill yourself in the YouTube game. Like the reason why Ryan has done well all these years is like he was posting daily. Even if the content originally was dog shit, like he was posting daily, right? And the algorithm, well, again, I hate to say this because the algorithm promotes consistency. So if you're posting every week 8-minute videos for XYZ X amount of time, you'll eventually blow up. But you just gotta cut same time, same day. I've done it before when I was consistent posting 8-minute videos consistently 8-9 weeks in a row. My channel 10x viewed, right? But then I couldn't continue that trend, right? And now that like
so
I just
got a
post whenever
question.
I feel like it's killing my channel. So
when you say like things like 10x view, you mean like total views, or do you mean
yeah?
like
So okay, so my average video back in the day, now it's way lower. So the average video I used to drop back in the day was about 2 to, let's say on a lower end, 2K views. So let's say that was like my average, and like I'd average 2 to 10K views a video. So I'm kind of 10xing on the lower end. And then I did an experiment for 8 to 9 weeks. I posted every single day, same time, same day, and on like it was like the 9th or 10th week. I don't remember the exact amount of weeks. I dropped a video. It got like 20-30,000 views in a week. Then the other video I dropped after that got 5K views. Then the other video I dropped after got 16K views. Then I immediately got burnt out and I skipped 2 weeks, went back to getting 2K views a video. Now my views are lower than that, but like that's how I kind of did an experiment just to see what would happen.
So I don't think that I've had a video hit 5 digits yet.
Yeah, but Richard, you got to look at when you just look at your insights. Like insights are the easiest part of analytics. Like when you could see with the most people that watch your channel at the most time and everything, and then just start catering to it. That's really the easiest way to do it, bro. And
my only issue though is like, Richard, once you start looking at all that stuff, you will fall in love with analytics. You'll spend way too much time analyzing everything.
But they work when you study them and you follow them. It works because it's basically your audience telling you what they want.
So I'll use an example of someone who's very successful in the Lego space who just started maybe 2 years ago. It was so my boy Tommy C. Bricks, right? This guy is the reason that I know anything regarding analytics. So he'll sit in a call and he'll nerd out about things. He'll test different things, different thumbnails. So he had a video that he recently dropped. He hadn't posted in 2 months, right? It was a 3D printing video. And he was like, this thumbnail, this is how this is going to work. And the video just bombed, right? He sits in a call with a bunch of other people for a couple more hours, changes the thumbnail. 2 days later, the video goes from a 9 out of 10 to a 1 out of 10. And if you know YouTube analytics, a 1 out of 10 is amazing. And now, like, after taking 2 months off, it's like 140,000 views in a week now.
But that's advertising for you, man. The analytics.
This kid
work.
literally will, okay, I'm wrong. It almost has 200,000 views now. But this guy will literally sit in a call because originally the video had his face in it, and he was analyzing. Like at first he thought he'd do well, then he sat there. A bunch of other YouTubers just sat there, changed the thumbnail, just a simple change of a thumbnail.
Yeah.
Almost 200,000 views in a week. Went from 9 out of 10 with like, I think it had like 4,000 views to almost 200,000. So.
That's why there's art directors in the ad industry, because there's marketing strategists who give us those briefs and we just follow it and we make the creative and the thumbnail look like that and it takes off. But the strategists are the really ones doing the legwork because they're watching the analytics, they're feeding it to us. So it will work every time. It's guaranteed. If you pay attention to analytics and actually like take the time to slowly adjust to them, you will be successful. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I should be taking his advice more, but like for me, I'm still trying to do very niche stuff. Like he's like, BFAB, here's what you need to do to get views again. And I'm like, okay, I'll eventually do it. But like for me, example, I dropped a video focusing on like an amputee in Lego. I knew that video was gonna do like horrible, and it is. But they're like, hey, change your style to this. And I know that if I listen to them, it's only a matter of time before it blows up, you know? If I listen and take more of their advice, which I will always share my advice that I'm told, you know? So
I actually enjoyed that video, but you never know. Like I told you, BFAP, sometimes things tank. They just do. But if you adjust,
I mean, I expected a tank that was so niche, right? Like it's, I'm trying to do crime videos in the Lego space. No one's doing that really. And then an amputee, nobody really cares about. So like, I knew it was going to bomb, but like, I love dropping these really creative videos. So I was talking to Tommy. Again, he's the YouTuber I'm talking about. He's like, you need to change your style to Sunny V2 content. And I was talking to other like larger creators, and they're like, why don't you do commentary stuff on bigger YouTubers and like rise and fall stuff, kind of like Life of Lego? And I know that shit works, but I'm worried that I'm going to be starting drama with people that I don't want to be in drama with, you know?
I wouldn't think that. Just do whatever you want creatively, but
yeah. But the thing is, like, they're giving me good advice. All these guys that are telling me what to do, they're very successful. You know, they're not decently successful.
I'm saying
don't
worry about. I'm saying don't worry about. Like if you want to make videos like they're saying to do, don't worry about someone else getting mad that you copied them, because that's not like the cream rises.
Oh, it's not really about the copying thing. It's more of like, I don't want to make enemies with these YouTubers, you know? I'd prefer to be on good terms with everyone.
That's why people get angry at me, because I come from the advertising world and it's cutthroat. It's like, who cares? Like if people copy everybody, they do everything, they learn from other people. It's all who gets the most impressions and the most conversion rate. Like it's a business, dude. So that's why people in the community get mad at me. But it's like, I come from the world where this is a business. This is how we make money, and you have to produce. So it's just like people can be mad all they want. That's just the viewpoint I have from doing it professionally.
Will, I do not, but Gene has 2 or 3 of them. If you want to ask him. He's looking for one of the. You don't have one of the moving trucks you want to get rid of, do you, Gene?
Don't know if I won't.
See, I need to beef
No,
up.
they haven't set up yet.
I need to get into one of these, like me. Like
Hey, I'll let you know when they come in. I should have them in the next couple days.
I want to learn the stuff to do, and I want to, because like. It's not being cocky, but it like goes back to what me and you were like talking about in Instagram. Like I know that I'm not the best builder out there, but I know I can build. And my goal, I guess, in that is I'm not trying to get rich off of YouTube, because I don't think that it'll ever happen. And if it does, it does, but I just don't think it will. It's not practical. I want to have fun doing it, but I would like for it to continue. I want it to pay for itself pretty much. Like I want it to be to a point to where if I'm buying a Bricklink order to complete something on the castle, I want the video before that I posted to pretty much pay for that in a way. And I know that's asking a lot, and I know it takes a while to get there.
But I think you have an ambitious, logical goal. I don't think there's no delusion in that goal. Like when I say delusion, right? Like there's a lot of YouTubers that have 100 subs. There's a YouTuber, I hate to call this person out, but I was mocking the crap out of them. Had 200 subs and quit her full-time job to become a YouTuber. Right? You don't do that. There has to be a goal.
That's crazy, dude.
200 subs and was getting like 20 views a video.
I'm not trying to be a jerk, but that those analytics tell you right off the bat that you should stick to your job, homie, because you
Well,
obviously
and though this
don't know
person
what you're
now
doing.
vanished, they also had like 5,000 followers on TikTok, and their partner she went to her partner and she said, "Hey, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna do this full time." The partner goes, "Oh yeah, go ahead, do it." We don't know where she's at now, but I was like, that's delusion, right? Like there's a
Yeah.
different, like you're getting views now. You just got to now find a way to further that. But I think it's smart to look at ways to make money that like don't include like views. Example, I'm not gonna drop this number because this person told me not to say anything, so I'm not. I had a friend recently that made a lot of money in referral links, like money that if I told you how much they made in a quarter of just referral links, I was mind blown. He told me not to say anything, so I won't. But like, I did not know you can make that much money from referral links.
Oh yeah, if you push them enough, yeah. If you really focus on it.
Insane
Yeah.
amount of money. Like I
affiliate,
didn't know that.
links. If you
So
really
what exactly do you mean referral links?
So if you sign up for it's free. So like Lego has referral links that you can. So let's say I'm on Lego and you have a referral link for a product and I buy it through your referral link, you get a cut of the money.
affiliate marketing.
Yeah, Rakuten has that, Amazon has that, and Lego has that, and you get a percentage. Now, after seeing these numbers, I was just like, you can make it a full-time job based off referrals. So if you can't make money off, like, let's say, views, and you say, hey, fans, if this new set comes, let's say the new BTS set came out, you share your referral link, 10 people buy it from you, you're getting a cut of the money
you get a
from
small
that.
percentage. Yeah.
So
it adds up too. If you do that,
I get what you're saying now.
There's people who do that full time. Like that's called affiliate marketing.
Well, the crazy thing too is this person is not even like a big content creator. He's like, about my size, and just seeing the numbers was just like, again, he said I couldn't say anything, so I would love to, but I can't. But like, you could literally, at the rate he was growing, you could make it a full-time job.
Yeah, but they're like VFAB, like I was saying, with like social media ads.
Yeah,
you can, like in the marketing industry, they would take the affiliate link, then run the social media ads to that affiliate link, and just it would be a smaller cut because you're paying for the advertising, but you would still, the numbers would be so much bigger that you make money, a lot of money. So it's like you can easily just do that as just a job. Like if someone wants to just do that, they can do that. Run paid ads to an affiliate link, and you're getting a small cut from Lego or whoever, or whoever's link it is for their product. And you pay a little bit for advertising, but it grows so large from the advertising that you actually make money. So it's like you can do it without.
All I gotta say is I felt like an idiot because this same person had been telling me to do affiliates for like 2 years in a row.
You should on your channel too, because you already have an audience where you can feed affiliate links.
I feel very stupid because
you should. I thought you already had affiliate links. I mean, most people.
So the thing is, like, I've made them for like Amazon and stuff, but I just never promote them. So
yeah, all you got to do is promote it a little bit, and they'll buy it from you because they're invested in your channel. They want to help you and get the same product. So they're not losing any money because the cost is the same that they would buy it from Lego, but they're helping you out the same.
100%.
Yeah, affiliate marketing. That's what I mean, dude. People don't really, BFAT, but I can get really nerdy with marketing, dude. I've been doing it for 30 years. So like that's why I don't do it in the Lego community, because I don't have the time to really put my full force into it, like if I wanted to. So I'm dealing with football fans instead, like an idiot.
Asshole Raider fans, right?
They spend the most on merch, though, them and Yankee fans. So when I worked for the NFL, I was like, damn, dude, I saw all this money getting spent on merchandise. I was like, I need to get a cut of this.
I mean, I'm here now. Tori just texted me and Richard good night. That means she's in the bed, the dogs are in the bed, and I got to go.
Well, have a good night, man. It was nice chatting with you.
You're being
you too. Good seeing you guys. Have a good one.
Take care, bro.
But yeah, I mean, like I understand all that, and like I said, I'm not gonna try to make myself some goal that's just unobtainable. Like everyone has the chance of doing something to just blow up and become something from it, and I've been very fortunate being in the job that I am and having things kind of fall into place like they have. Like, I mean, I was a manager at Honda within like 3 years of me being there by default. I was the only one with the experience, and we had a couple people that left, and it just like left me there. and I don't think that I could like logically give that up for anything less than what I make, and I'm not gonna make that right off. Like, I don't see me ever making what I make at working on cars on YouTube. I just don't. Now,
You
if
could,
I,
though,
I
Steve.
think you could
You could.
if you like. Again, you have to have that dedicated fan base. But I feel like I have an idea. What you're a car salesman, right? From what I recall.
No, he's a
Oh, I'm a
mechanic. He
Oh, you're a
works-
mechanic. Well, okay. My dad's a diesel technician. I have a general idea on like what like people make with that like field. Again, I don't know. You could be making more. You could be making like I don't know exactly. But I think you could. I think that like you just it's all about your fan base. So I'll say this. So I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm far from it. Back in the day when I used to live stream, I think the top stream I got, not including sponsor streams, I made $600 in donations, right? That was a top stream. Now, that wasn't normal. I got, let's say, about $20, $30 a stream. And I'm just using that as an example by, like, if you have a dedicated fan base, like, they will do whatever for you, you know?
yeah, definitely. Like, I agree with that 100%. And so I watched a video the other day, and it wasn't an analytic video. It was just more or less a video that was talking about like how things work. And this guy broke everything down, and I found him. I don't even know what the app is called, but there used to be an app that you can get on, and it was basically people in marketing talking and people in all these different areas talking. My buddy Chris got in heavy with it, and I joined the app and would just sit in and listen. And he was doing it for social media purposes as far as Instagram, not really YouTube, but he was talking about how, you know, if you've got a YouTube, then you kind of need an Instagram. You know, you need more than one venture, basically. And the way that he explained it is if you have 100 fans, right, you have 100 subscribers.
Yep.
25 of those subscribers are there because they stumbled upon it accidentally and they like the content and they're going to continue to check on you every once in a while. 50% that has came there, no matter what you post, no matter how much garbage it is, for a little while, you posting garbage and stuff like that, they're going to stick with you. They're going to stick there because they like your personality. They like the way you storytell. They like something about you. Now, the other 25 people are just there to be there. They don't care. They want you to. They don't care if you fail, if you do good, whatever. There's always a backup. They're going to click through your material. They're not going to be there for anything that doesn't benefit them. And he said that what it is your goal is to not worry about those 25 people.
Not at all.
The goal is to worry about the 50 people that follow you. He said,
Exactly.
because if the 50 people that watch you religiously tell one person, he goes, now you've got an extra 50 people that know about you. He goes, those 50 people, once again, you might only get 10 of them. He said, but now you've got 60 people. And it's a constant thing. And he was like, and whether people believe it or not, even if you hate someone and you're subscribed to their YouTube channel, you are helping them.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
That's why I always try to tell BFAB, like he always says his channel isn't big, but yeah, it's not huge, but it's big, and he has a very dedicated audience on his channel. And that's
Can you
like
tell them
just
to
the
watch
way
my
you said,
videos
there's
more,
not-
Sidious? I'm disappointed in their dedication now.
It's not fluff impressions. He's got strong. He's built it slowly over time that it's strong. There's a strong audience base. They're not the fluff impressions. So because that app you talk about, there's marketing forums everywhere that I used to have to be forced to do for work. You'd have to like pay attention to them, or your boss will get mad at you. You have to keep up on all the latest news and everything. Everything's always changing. So, but because learning those tactics just for Instagram alone, they pay off in YouTube. They pay off in all sorts of social media. Yes, every algorithm's different, but you learn the fundamentals of what grows and what keeps a strong audience. And like BFAB has a strong audience. Like he has simp, like people simp over his stuff. Like
It is a little creepy, you know.
but that's what you want. I would rather have, as a professional, trust me, and I know what I'm talking about. I would rather have that like 10,000 of those people than 100,000 where half of them are fluff impressions.
No, I will not visit your house. You're 14, you know. I've had some really weird messages over the years.
How BFAB was on How to Catch a Predator.
Literally. I still remember there was some kid and they're like, hey, you want to meet up at the Lego store? I'm like, how old are you? I'm 10. No, I'm good. Thanks. No, I'll pass, you know?
Because that's serious. If you have a stronger, smaller fan base, it's easier to grow in the long run. Because a lot of the big channels that get pushed up, it's like tax brackets. When you get pushed up in the algorithm of YouTube, like Amasaurus, to like you hit 100,000, then it snowballs. They put you out more because the advertisers want to make money. And half of those people though don't really care about your channel. They don't, and they eventually will fade off. Having a smaller and steady, strong audience is always better. It is. It just over time. It will grow. But when you get to that big level, at least your fans will be like hardcore fans. They're not.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, the basic, or I guess the best way that I can add on to what you're saying is shorts. Shorts. People are going to sub to you off of shorts, and they're not going to ever watch anything else you do.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
100%.
there are some like that. Yeah, unfortunately, though, shorts is like the future of.
I don't think I'll ever bend to shorts no matter what, because I'm not like, I always say this, the second that I've seen two people be able to translate shorts to actual views. I was actually just in a call with one of the biggest shorts creator on YouTube, and he was really disappointed because he's like, why can't my other videos get the same amount of views as shorts? He's like, now I'm gonna have to go get another job because they're just not paying. Because so here's the thing, I know Shy recently said this, and he was right, but I looked it up, but I don't know if YouTube has implemented yet. So he was saying like they give 450 to like every million views. Then I'm gonna call you.
900. At first, I think he said 900. I remember.
Yeah,
that.
no, he said 900. I said it was 450
Yeah,
because YouTube
it's not
takes
900.
a percentage. But I was in a call with one of the biggest Lego Shorts creators yesterday, actually. And he showed what he made off 1.7 million views. He made $1.31. So like, it doesn't seem like Lego or like Lego YouTube has rolled that out quite yet. So
No, they're a little behind on it. Facebook's actually more advanced. Facebook now has Facebook Reels, and they're paying way more than YouTube.
Well,
actually.
because like think about it, even like at 450, once YouTube does finally like kick into that, if they keep their word, 450 for a million views, I know it's nothing. Like from that like an ad perspective, I know how much you make on a million views on a low end. Based on my CPM on a low M, if I made a short video that wasn't like a short, I'd make $3,000 off a million views, and that's on a low end, right? That's not if I made it an 8-minute video, I'd probably make $6,000. But the thing is, like short videos, even at 450, that's really low. But like if you're not putting effort in a short and it blows up, like I've seen a lot of people's videos do, that's decent money. I'd take it, you know?
Well, I mean, like, so a really good like point to what you're trying to make is there at one time I was trying to push TikTok hard, and now I don't. I have not posted a TikTok video, and I probably won't ever again, just because it was one of those things that it was getting really tiresome to create a video and then go in and edit it in there, and then go in and edit it in YouTube, and then go ahead and edit it in Instagram, and because none of them like to play along with each other. And I understand both sides of that. Of you kind of have to, you know what I'm saying. Like you gotta find both of them to get along. But I was sitting there, and it basically come about. One day I was joking with Haley, and I had a TikTok video where it's like our vacuum cleaner broke, and I was like, well, let's just go to the store and buy one. We went to the store to buy one. And oddly enough, the store had like all of their Harry Potter Lego that had just came out. It was Target, and it was like marked down like 20% or something like that. So I bought like the whole series, brought it back, and like we put it on the table. I was like unboxing the vacuum cleaner, and I was like, I've got an idea. So we made this stupid TikTok of how the vacuum cleaner was broke, and Haley told me I needed to go get a new one. And like then she walks in the room, and I'm like unloading Lego basically. And she's like, what the hell? I told you to get a vacuum cleaner. And it blew up. Like it had like not blew up, but it had like it was like 70,000 views instantly.
Yeah.
And I figured out like it has a lot to do. Like my problem. So here's a main goal that I want to be able to learn. Hashtags, for instance. Hashtags on videos like in YouTube. I didn't know this until the other day, but I was posting in the description. You know, you're always supposed to do like your 3 or 4 hashtags first, and then you just like go on to like the description. Well, I also had at the bottom of the page another like 30 hashtags. Well, what it was doing was taking those ones from the bottom of the page and putting them up top.
Correct. Yep.
And I did not know that. So I was making content like the castle, and if you looked at it, it was actually tagged as like Marvel Punisher content.
Yep. You got it. Yep.
So
most ad agencies though, they tell you to with the hashtag, because most people think hashtags are dead, which is not true. It helps people definitely on social media find you in a search, but they'll usually, most ad agencies will say, do the description, throw one or two hashtags in, like I'll type, all right, hey, hashtag Raiders fans, blah blah blah, and then hashtag Raider Nation, and then in the comments below it, I use best hashtags. There's a site called Best Hashtags. You can type in any like subject matter, Lego, football, and it gives you the top like 20 trending hashtags. Then you take those and you put them in the comment section. As you do the post, though, you do both together. You type it like a post, and it makes a dramatic. It'll be a 15% increase on views instantly. Like every ad agency does that. Like it's just standard. A lot of people think hashtags are dead, but they're not. They're not at all dead.
So you're saying to post them in the actual comment section?
One or two. You don't have to. You don't even have to.
In the comment section, Sidious?
Yes, you do. Look at any of like. I'll send you links to the Raiders ones I do.
Okay, I'm just curious because from what I was told, right? So a YouTube manager was saying that if you want more like recommendations, so you do like the whole description thing, right? If you want something, the YouTube will analyze the first couple of lines in your description, right? It'll take the keywords that you put in there and it'll show it in videos or like promote it to people with that hashtag.
I'm talking about not YouTube. I was talking about like Instagram. Like,
okay. Yeah, I don't know shit about Instagram.
Yeah, those are the ones you don't put it in the YouTube comment section. I'm talking about like Instagram and Twitter, Facebook.
No, I don't know anything. The only thing that I know about like YouTube is like based on like if I have a description that says like Mr. Gold, example, like my video will show up if somebody searches that, right? So like you're taking certain parts of like a description and they are analyzing your description. Now, if you go too broader, you put something in your description that has nothing to do with it, there's two ways that it can go. Either your video will get recommended alongside that video, or when YouTube recommends it alongside that video, no one is clicking on it because it has nothing to do with this video and it will kill your video. So
YouTube is different. I didn't mean it for that. I'm talking about social media. Well, that's my bad because YouTube is part of social media. I just always consider YouTube and TikTok a different lens. It's more video based. I'm talking about like normal old school social media, but if you want your Instagram to grow, like definitely, like if you look at my stuff on Instagram, I put it in you'll see I do a little statement, and then in the comments section, the first comment will be a bunch of hashtags, and it works every time.
I can't say anything with my Instagram's private. I have 150 requests where I'm just having them sit there like, let me look through your whole profile before I accept you. So.
But that's like I said, that's like the old school tried and true way. But that was before even YouTube got big. I started learning that stuff. So, but it literally, I guess on YouTube you have to put it in your comment section. That I don't know because I don't make YouTube content. Like I only make things.
So one of the things that I always based myself off of was I looked to see what other people were doing. So when you post a YouTube video, there's a whole section where you can add hashtags that doesn't show to anyone. So you can never really find out true hashtags that people are putting on their videos. But like I was looking at, for instance, like other people that's successful and seeing what they have in their description and finding out how they're getting there. Like, so this might sound dumb and it might be wrong, but for every video that I ever post on YouTube that had anything to do with Star Wars, I always used the hashtag M&R Productions.
Yeah.
Just because his people watch Star Wars, it was
that's smart.
It's smart and it's dumb at the same time. Here's why it's smart, right? So if somebody's looking up M&R Productions in a search term and they go to newest, your video will show up. Here's why it's dumb. If it gets recommended alongside an M&R video and they don't watch it, it's just going to kill your views. It's smart and dumb at the same time, because if somebody's looking up his name and they go to recent, your video will show up, right? That's just how search results work. But if they're promoting it to his fan base and they don't watch it, it won't recommend it to any of his fan base.
But on Instagram, it's not dumb because it will show up. Like, it will work on Instagram. Trust me. Because I get totally what you're saying to be fat. But on Instagram, like, if I go right now to besthashtags.com and I say, what's the best Lego Star Wars hashtags for Instagram, they're gonna put M&R in there.
Yeah, no, 100%. And
So,
that's
like,
it's all different against like different platforms. Like if you look at
totally.
TikTok, like I'm not I don't know how TikTok works that well. I've recently started posting on there. But like what I'm getting told by like all the big TikTok Lego guys, they're like post twice a day, every single day, and you'll blow up. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that because I cannot mentally post 2 TikToks every day. But the interesting thing, and this is what I started using TikTok now, but I was so against it until probably about a month or two ago. TikTok viewers, if they like you enough and you say, hey, go check out my YouTube channel, and they like you, they'll do it. I've seen some subs coming over from TikTok to YouTube, you know? And I'll like take a 10-second like clip of a video, you know?
The thing about TikTok is TikTok wants to see certain things in videos. So I did the whole like post 2 videos a day and you'll blow up thing, and it didn't work. All I was doing was finding trending songs. Like I would go find the top 10 songs that get posted. I would think, what do I have that I can film that would go along with that song? Or like the sound where, you know, the stupid thing, I know y'all have seen them on every platform, where somebody's like, good place to hide money because no one without taste can find it.
That one.
So like there's stuff like that. There's stuff that you can post, and then I was doing things like finding a hit song and just like I did the perfect example is I did one for YouTube yesterday. It was the there's a rap song that uses the droids Roger Roger in it. And I did a YouTube short where I showed the close up of the droids and it says Roger Roger, and then it like backs up to the whole clone army I have. And it got like 1.5 thousand views immediately and then just stopped.
Yeah.
I think the thing with like YouTube shorts, you are gambling. Like I'll see people post the same video 10 times and one will get 100,000 views and one will get 5. I think like with YouTube, it's like different. Like, and I think with TikTok too, I don't know the TikTok algorithm. I'm not successful on there. For me, I just kind of like repeat like what the big guys are saying to me. And I think the algorithm constantly changes. I don't know anything about trending sounds. I don't really do that, but like I know like a lot of these guys will do at each other because like it promotes them. Let's say you do what this big guy sees it. Maybe he'll repost your thing if it's interesting enough. I think that like for me, even though I was like fully against it, I only want to use it as a way to leverage viewers to my YouTube channel without like switching up on TikTok. But I've seen a lot of like Lego YouTubers who have like dead YouTube channels, not dropping names, though I want to, who have really dead YouTube channels and they're using TikTok and they're getting people over there, but like their YouTubes are, you know, channels are getting 5 views a video, you know, and they've kind of given up and they use TikTok as a way to like accept defeat, you know?
Yeah.
Well, here's another big TikTok gem for you guys. So you get just remind me of this, because obviously marketing teams that you have to make the content different for every algorithm. So they come up with a concept and then they change it per each. But TikTok, what you can do, which is a simple tactic, you can find the #1 trending song on TikTok, and you put it in your video, but you put the mute volume down completely to the bottom. And then it will garner views. It may not take, like, you'll get like 1,500, 2,000, and it may tank, but it could go far. A lot of people will put 2 songs in their TikTok. One that's what they want it to be, and then the other one is a trending song that's like #1, and they just switch the volume to go all the way down. But the algorithm sees it and still pushes it out there. Then it's just dependent on if the viewers like your content or not. But it's a little hack that TikTok does work very well.
That same thing works for Instagram, but like
it does too. It does do there too.
This is a little bit of a different thing, and it's something that I realized. So on all the videos that I was doing, that for the castle, for instance, I would talk a little bit and then I would go to the build. And while I was building, there was just music playing, no talking, and it was all time lapsed. That does not get anywhere near the amount of views that I've gotten since I've just talked through it instead of me just playing random music. There's still music in the background to kill just like complete dead noise, but me talking has just increased it dramatically.
Yeah, I think I mean, I feel like TikTok has kind of the same algorithm, like in the sense of like how long you stay. You know, I'm assuming people are staying longer because they're hearing your voice. You know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But TikTok also at the same time, if you like, let's say you this is kind of what I was getting at. Let's say you make a video and you say droids are awesome, and that sound "droids are awesome" blows up. I'll copy that sound and just move my mouth to act like it's saying it. There's
That's
tons
smart.
of tons
Well,
of
yeah,
people that do
people use
that.
that tactic as well. A lot of people use that tactic, but there's a reason why TV commercials, since the invention of TV commercials, have only been 30 seconds or 15 seconds, is because that is the time frame of someone's attention span. Unfortunately, in the United States, like, and
So,
you
like,
have
I don't really know. I mean, I guess he don't care that I'm saying this, but I won't say his name. Somebody was talking to me about how to make YouTube videos better, and
I'm so sorry, man.
yeah, I know. One of the things that they explained to me was that you need to treat it like B-roll footage. You need something. You're only going to have 8 seconds to catch someone's attention span, and once they catch that attention span, you almost have to think about it. Is the longer they watch it, the more they're trying to find a reason not to watch it.
That's true, but that's why a lot of people on TikTok, etc., in the first 30 seconds, they change up the they'll do like B-roll footage. They'll do cuts that change it keeps you synced in. But I'm telling you, think about it. TV commercials have not changed in our whole lifetimes. They're 30 seconds or they're 15 seconds. There is a reason for that.
I'm curious though, because I feel like, again, I don't know like the TV side of shit, but like I feel like with TV commercials it's kind of a different situation because you can't skip that shit, you know? Like with a YouTube video, if you don't like it, you can instantly click off of it. But I think Richard's right when he was saying like you need the first like 8 seconds to capture your attention, but if you don't, you click off your click-through rate or your view duration on the video's dog shit, and that affects how much YouTube promotes it compared to, and again, I'm a hypocrite because I don't do this, explain the plot of the video within 10 seconds. In this video, we're building this castle. Today, we're building the drawbridge. Example, use that. You're making it clear what's happening. If people want to stay, they will stay, and then you'll have them watch the whole way. If you don't explain, if you kind of go on and be like, hey, today we're building this castle. I'm so excited for it. It's the greatest thing. I've been working hard on it. And then you drop the drawbridge. People are already clicking off, but they don't care that you're excited about it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I agree. But my point is, like, 8 seconds is even better than 15. My point is you have to catch them within 30 seconds. Otherwise, you're kind of screwed. Like, that's why TV commercials have been that way. Because, like, even I don't make YouTube content, but I do make YouTube advertising ads, which is what pays the YouTubers. Like, all the ads.
Paying me, said yes, I appreciate it.
So, not just me. Every company pays, everyone who's paying for ads on YouTube.
Cities, put more ads on my video. I need more money.
But you have to, like, literally, like, when I make a paid ad, I'm spending money. So I have to make sure that I'm going to catch these mofos, like, right in the first, like, at least 15 seconds. Like,
BFAT's videos from now on out are going to be so commercialized. He's going to be talking about the Lego amputee, and he's going to be like, did you know that you can get a real leg?
But he's right.
I would love that type of ad on my video. That'd pay well.
He's right though. You have to catch them in the first, like, that's literally why I keep saying TV commercials are so short, because you have to be able to get the audience's attention as quick as possible.
And I'm guilty of not doing that because I try to tell a story and I spend too long like dragging out the story to make it sound good. But then if I got to the point and then told the story, I feel like I'd do better. So I struggle with that too. So
no, you have to be able to catch them in the first like 10, 30 seconds, 15, 30 seconds, and then you could drag it out as long as you want because you have their attention. But the beginning of videos have to be, and you do a good job of it. You're successful with it, man. Like, you just got to keep watching your analytics. I mean, you know that. Like,
no, I nerd out about that shit. So yeah,
I just have a different point of view because I'm paying for advertisements on these platforms, so it's like a different ball game.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Where you really have to catch their attention, otherwise you're wasting your money. Because I want people. I don't care about views and impressions. I want people to see that and go spend money. Like I want conversion rates.
I mean, that's why I started creating this mock series thing, because I had so many people asking me, like, why are you doing that in the castle? Like, how did you find this out? Like, me and a buddy started arguing one night on here, actually. Well, not on here, but on one of the like Zoom meeting things that we were doing, because he buys a bunch of 4x4 plates that are cheap versus where I'm buying 16x16s, which are expensive. And we were arguing the fact that if you buy the 4x4s, you're going to have to buy twice as many things to support those as I am, because I can do it with, with a lot different or a lot less pieces. And it was just like, we kept going. And I was like, why don't I just make a series about how I do this and why I do it? And so far it hasn't really like taken off like I wanted it to. Like I've gotten good attention, I guess. But
I think you're too hard on yourself, Richard, especially since your videos are longer, right? Two, I've seen from where you started. I've seen the 20 view days, like seeing from like how far and how fast you've grown and the views you're getting now. I would say based on how many subs you have, how many views you're getting is actually really good,
It is
Well,
growing. It's growing.
the thing is like I'm always gonna take like so I learned this, and it has nothing to do with YouTube. It has nothing to do with analytics or whatsoever. But so I'm a mechanic, and in the mechanic world, I get paid flat rate, which means I get paid straight commission. It doesn't matter how long the job takes me to do it. I have to get it done. It pays me X amount. So if I do a job that pays 4 hours and 30 minutes, I still get paid 4 hours.
Yeah, you're on salary.
The only way you're going to be good at a job like that is if you listen to what people are telling you that have done it before. And what I mean by that is there's going to be a time where you're that person telling somebody the best way to do it. But there is going to always be someone that tells you what to do. And it's a complete roll around. If I start a job that you're working at and you're telling me all the shortcuts, you're going to eventually be the one that's like, you know it all. You're the professional. You're telling me the shortcuts. It's my choice to learn them. All right. Well, if I learn the shortcuts and I'm the new guy, there's going to be stuff that I learn that I go to you and I'm like, hey, this is the shortcut we need to do on this. And it's constantly helping people. Definitely. And when you do that into a place like YouTube, you're going to be constantly growing everybody.
No, totally. That's the point of it, man. People want the knowledge, dude. Like
that's why, like, for me, even though like my channel right now is doing, again, I know, like, in my opinion, it's doing dog shit. I think it still is. But every time I get information, if people want to listen, right, even if it might not work for me, right? Like, example with the thumbnail thing, I know you said like Shy was pushing that, and the same reason I said it is I saw what was working for you. I've been told XYZ by YouTuber with 1 million subs to do this. So I'm going to give you that information that I want you to do well, even if it might not pay off for me, Yeah.
And it doesn't. It all still boils down to you got to have content people want to watch.
Yeah.
But the getting them there is always going to be that first like big thing.
Yeah.
And like
once you have virality in YouTube's algorithm, right? If you're consistent, once you get that stroke of luck, you're good. But like you have to get that stroke of luck, and you can't give up. You can't go, hey, you know what? I feel sick for a week. Like the same reason I was mentioning last year or 2 years ago, 2021, where I was consistent, got that stroke of luck. It was working, and then I just got burnt out and didn't post for 2-3 weeks, and then I went back to getting shit views. When YouTube gives you an opportunity, but there's still a mix of luck. When YouTube gives you that opportunity and you hit it, you just got to run with it. You can't
have to
stop.
feed the algorithm. Yeah, you have to feed it and ride the wave. You have to. Like that's
because during my highest views for YouTube, which was in 2021, 88% of my views were from recommendations. 88. Now it's more like 30%, which is dog shit. But yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's constantly like it's not going to be something that I don't do this for a job, and that's one of the reasons why I find it so enjoyable. Like I've been doing this for like 2.5 years now, 3 years almost, and YouTube has not paid me a dime, but it hasn't affected me because I'm not doing it as a job. It is not making my living.
Yeah. I'm the opposite because I have to do it for a job, and I don't want it to ruin my YouTube for Lego passion. So I'm just the opposite, where it's like, dude, this is the last thing I want to do on Lego YouTube is like put content out. But
yeah,
I get it though. I mean, it's completely opposite.
So the fact that I don't really like, you have to look at it a job as some standard, because you have to, like, there's been times where I put off doing simple things. Like I could have just walked upstairs and edited a video, but instead I turned on the Xbox and didn't do anything. But that also has to do with you keeping the sanity and keeping it fun. If you treat it too much like a job, you're not going to enjoy it. You're going to regret doing it.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I don't think I'll ever be a big YouTuber because I can't be consistent. Like, I think the only way to become a big YouTuber is to kind of put away like any like stressor or like anything that could distract you. And I don't think I could ever do that. But I
Yeah,
think
you
the
have to
second
go
that I do,
all
I'd
in.
be big. You know,
We gotta-
You
We got
do it.
somebody else here. We got
Who's
Con.
joining?
Con is out shopping.
Sean, just when I was about to leave.
Yo, Con, did you?
Don't let me stop you from leaving. Ha ha.
Con, are you in that's a Target. Forget it. I thought you were in Walmart. Walmart had all the Speed Champs and Star Wars sets early for March 1st. Mine did, at least, which is weird. Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
mine did too.
those are both good sets, bro. The Morbius fig, come on, put it in the cart, bro.
What store? How is Target? Oh, yeah, never mind. You're like 2 hours ahead of me.
Why aren't you picking up anything and putting it in the cart? You're just
Yeah,
looking at
Con,
it.
you need that. You need the Morbius set and the Ghost Rider set. Drop them in the cart, bro.
Doc, just buy a bunch of
No,
stuff.
no, I wanted that. I wanted the what is it? The microfighter, the Boba Fett microfighter,
Oh
or
yeah,
the 501st, or the new 501st battle pack. I don't want any of that mother
Just
bull
put
crap.
stuff in your cart.
And
You
then
know?
here's the Speed Champion section. There it is, right there.
Oh my god.
Check it out. Check it out.
They probably did put them out early, though. I mean, Walmart did, and they got wiped out fast.
Right. Well, this store here only has usually only gets one case. And they're like, ta-da! There it is. Boom, and throw it on this. And there it is. This is $10 cheaper at Costco. It's $29 instead of $39.
Costco's always cheaper. You know the thing that I love about Costco is like if sets don't sell, like I got that peach set for like I think it was $19, $20, and it's like a $60 set, and I'm like, dang, Costco has some good deals. I know some people that got it for like $8 on Reddit. I'm like, what the hell? So
I want that.
Well, there's somebody looking for some serious bargains. Oh, you work here?
I do.
So that's it for Speed Champions?
Fortunately.
So this is it, guys. That right there.
I keep forgetting.
It was crazy. The
So they probably had the stuff at 7 a.m. this morning when they opened, probably.
The Walmart, when I was there, all the Picani Speed Champions, the Picani sold out, and then there was like 2 left. But the new red Ferrari one was stacked. They had like 20 of them. I was shocked. Like all the new Speed Champions sold.
You guys carry the CMF figures up at the front of the store?
What figures?
The little, they're like the little Halo figures in the little packages, but they're Lego.
I think so. Next to the check lanes.
Okay.
Yeah, I told
Also,
you.
guys, I hate to dip out. I know it's joking about this, but the person that I was talking to earlier, he's been in a call for like 3 hours by himself, and he sent me a message earlier, and I said I'd pop in, so I'm gonna pop in and.
Are you talking on the Discord, right? On the Discord?
On a Discord, yes. On a, it's like.
It's fine.
Lego
It's fine. You got cooler friends. It's fine, B-Fab. You go. Go.
It's cool.
It's fine.
I know this
It's
looks
cool.
bad because I was gonna leave at 10, but no, it's like a Lego YouTubers Discord. I'm not in
Oh,
charge.
dude, he's been waiting for 3 hours. Get your ass over there.
Yeah,
Go.
Come
on.
I don't want to look bad because I just leave when Doc joins.
No. B-Fab, we hang out enough. You're my friend. You got my actual phone number. Go.
Oh, what I was gonna say is I was just gonna hang out with him for an hour and then I'm gonna go to sleep. So I have work soon. So it was nice chatting with you boys. Have a good night.
All right. See you later.
Take care, boys. Bye.
Yeah, Con, I told you, dude. They used to Lego marketing tells them constantly to put Walmart and Target. They say put the poly bags next to right next to Halo or the Halo figures and the baseball cards and all that. And they used to do it. At least near me, they used to do it. But then they stopped listening. And that's why.
Well, that's because if you go down the aisle over here, there's a box of Halo figures. They put a box of Lego figures next to it. They'd all be gone and they'd all be stolen anyway. It's like nobody wants to steal. Nobody wants to steal some Halo figures. They're like, who cares? Who cares? They did something cool, like when they had the Game of Thrones. Those sold like crazy. The polybags, the little Game of Thrones figures.
They used to always tell them to put them to the registers, especially because the fact it's like gum. It's like in a point of sale after purchase. So
Yeah.
that was like the marketing tactic behind it. But they kind of failed with Lego because people just felt them all up. But they're supposed to put them in the registers. They just don't listen anymore.
So I went to our Barnes and Nobles whenever I guess this was a series now 23. Whenever 23 dropped, I was looking for the Orc and the Falcon. That's all I cared about. What's up, Secret Squirrel? And
Right.
I was like, I've bought all the ones from Target. You could fill the bag and significantly tell a difference when you found a Falcon or an Orc. So
the crinkle bag, dude. They have a crinkle bag inside of them.
Yeah. So I went and got all the ones from like the 2 Walmarts near me, the 2 Targets from me, and in every case they had, there was 2 or there was 4 of each of them. So I was like, I was clearing them out. I went to Barnes and Noble and they had them behind the counter, and I asked the lady, I was like, "Is there a way I can see that?" And she's like, "Yeah, but it's just a random fig." I was like, "Well, I can feel it and kind of tell what's inside of it." So she Googles on her phone like the characters are in it, and she's like, "Can you find me the dragon or the dinosaur?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I found her the dinosaur. She paid for it, opened it, put it together, and was like, she gave me the whole box. She's like, "I don't believe you could do this." So I sat there in front of her and all of the Orcs and all the Black Falcons, and I told her, I was like, "I don't know which one is which, but I guarantee you these 2 characters are nothing but what's right here."
Exactly.
And I opened them in front of her all, and she's like, "You are shitting me."
No, it's easy, man. Like you us know it, we know it as Lego fans, but
yeah, but somebody on the outside, I mean,
no, they don't know it. Yeah, they don't know it, but yeah, if you can feel that crinkle bag, bro, we know it's either one or the other, definitely.
And
I love how she threw down the challenge. So she's like, "I don't believe you, biatch. Here's the whole box. Prove it."
I should have been like, "Do I get a discount if I get these correct?"
Yeah, those two, and it's a shame because out of this wave, besides the classic space dude with the space babies, those are what people want. They're the easiest ones to find without even feeling the bag. You feel the crinkle, it's one or the other. It's easily one or the other.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them anywhere, and I'm kind of looking for them this week or this weekend. I'm gonna go to all the other places that usually have them other than the Lego store because I am not walking in there, so I might not end up getting any of the last series, and then when they go into boxes, I am not buying any.
But see, Cotton, that's why I'm against the bags, bro. Is because you want those figs and you're not gonna find them because everyone.
And that's why I won't buy them because they're like I will not go into the random game of randomly pulling crap. I'm like, sorry, the series already cost $60. I will not pay 120 or more for it. I'm like, nope, not happening.
Like on the Mario boxes, I cut the tape.
Yeah, I don't buy those either. Anything that's in a box like that that's supposed to be, traditionally. I'm a traditionalist.
This is why, like, I guess this makes me the bad guy. But when the last series, when all the series of the Mario figs come out, there's only certain ones I want. And since they're in a box, all I do is go over near the tape and I rub the tape until it starts to peel up. I pull the tape off and look inside and see what it is. If it's the one I want, I buy it. If it's not, I just reapply the tape.
Dude, the funny thing is when I see people like, well, I can tell with the scale.
Blind bags. See, look at that. Blind bags. Lego.
If you're bringing a scale into a store, you got serious problems.
Oh, you look like you're dealing dope in the middle of the Lego.
Like people are like, oh, well, I'll just beat the boxes with scales. Well, you're gonna look like the weirdo with a scale in the store. I'm sorry. It's just
look, here they are. Okay, so now I gotta feel for a crinkle bag inside. You say, right?
Crinkle.
Okay, crinkle. I don't hear.
There's one. I heard one. Yeah, there's one right there.
Right there.
That's the one. I hear it already.
You hear You hear the special crinkle? Get the hell out of here. I didn't hear anything. But I'll get that one
right now. Open that one right now. If it's
not this one, bro. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's not it, I'll send you the money to buy it.
Okay, but I'm also looking for that space. I want the space, baby.
Well, you gotta filter the helmet. Bro.
I know. I'm gonna have to. What about that one?
That's not. Do it. Crinkle it again. Hold on.
Here. Let's take these two.
The yeah.
All right.
Those will be. Yeah, that's it. I hear it. Yep, that's it.
Okay, I feel like there's a shield in there, and then the other one. I don't know.
You can tell there's like
there's something flat. There's something flat in it. Let me turn the camera off.
Usually with the orc, you can feel the sword, but
Oh, that flat thing is the.
Tom,
Yeah,
when you
I
compare it
better
to the other bags, you could definitely tell there's a crinkle in it. You feel both next to each other. You'll be able to tell instantly.
I'm like, I better just take all of them so I can feel them. So I can be that guy. And I'm doing this up at the registers, and the front of the store said,
Yeah,
"Have
yeah.
your,
I told you, bro.
have
That's why they
your
put them.
friends come knock
I
me."
told you that's why they put them.
That's right. I'm like, over here, look at me. Not only am I filling up the bags, I am broadcasting it.
Everyone that got mad at me is now seeing me tell you to cheat the system.
Uh-huh. I don't know what that is. I'm putting it back.
You can tell the crinkle. There's a different crinkle when you tell the difference. Like, there's definitely a different crinkle.
Which one are you looking for?
The space baby. I want the
Yeah.
space baby is all I really want. But I'm gonna get one of the Falcon guys or one of the. If I can, there's some hair. Space people.
Richard even heard it too. When you put that one aside, Richard heard the
It
crinkle.
definitely makes a different. Like it also the bag also feels like it's got like air in it, like a bag of potato chips.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the Space Babies bags feel like there's the less parts. Like the Space Baby bags feels like there's nothing in it. Like it has the least amount of parts of all of them. That's for sure. That's for a fact.
Part of the problem too is it's like I don't even know what the freaking figures are. To be able to.
The Space Babies, you have to just feel the helmet. You could feel like the hollowness in the helmet.
Oh, this is. I can feel the dress. This is the.
That's the big girl.
Yeah. She'll have a big piece in there.
The T-Rex.
That's Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake.
Yeah, the T-Rex. You're gonna feel the tail.
Wow, this is the only register that had any too.
The trolls are gonna hate me because I'm helping you fill up bags.
The soccer player has a ball in it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I like that one because the yellow shirt has different color yellow.
Yeah. Legion, I'll take them Falcons.
Falcon.
You can have the heads and the hair.
I can't tell you what that is.
You could definitely feel the difference in the bags
Falcons.
for the Falcons and the Orcs. You can
this is the rocking horse girl.
There's like a bag inside the bag. Like Richard knows what I'm talking about. There's you can easily tell the Orcs and the Falcons. But the space version has like the least amount. Man, I'm gonna get so much crap for doing this live and helping you fill out bags.
He's contemplating so hard
because I'm such pro box.
Legion, I've got all your stuff that I got you from Brick Fair. Come on, Con. Come on.
Con, I definitely heard though the first one you picked, like the third one you picked up and put to the right. That was either an orc or a falcon. I could hear the bag, bro, from through YouTube.
Con, why are you buying dots?
Con likes dots, man.
Hashtag dot squad, and they're almost gone. And they don't put anything on clearance up here. So if I see something, you get it.
Make the Good Morning Brick Road logo, dude.
Besides, video figures are still full price up here. Okay, everybody else got them on clearance. We still paying full price for our video figures. Video, yes. Is there a figure with a little doggy?
Until yesterday, you guys were getting more snow than I did all year. Until yesterday, we got like 8 inches, 12.
You're probably still in the rocking horse, not a dog.
I can't tell what any of these are. I'm just like, oh man. It's been so long since I've done any of the feeling on any of them. I'm just kind of like,
I'm not
none
that
of them
good
feel
at
like
either.
anything.
I suck at it, but you can definitely tell the Orcs and the Falcons because they have.
I am actually extremely good at that. There is not.
You think you feel the Falcon or whatever in the Falcon?
I have picked out every series. Like I don't have many. If I have a duplicate, it's because I wanted it.
You can tell the difference between the Falcons and the Orcs easily, though. There is like an extra crinkle inside the bag. Like,
you can tell a difference between a falcon and an orc by just feeling the falcon and then the sword. But I was
Yeah, the
just as
sword,
soon as
yeah.
I heard the sound, I bought both of them. Like I didn't care.
yeah, exactly. I'm the same way. As soon as I touch it and I feel that crinkle, I'm like, all right, this is one of the ones I want, so I'm gonna take it. But then,
But the one you guys said crinkle on, I can't feel no falcon in it. There's no sword in it. There's no.
yeah, but you feel an extra crinkle inside the bag.
No,
Like,
I don't. No, I don't feel an extra bag in any of these. I feel like these are all of them without those two figures.
Just buy them all, go outside and open them, and then return the ones you don't want.
there was definitely one when you started out. Like you picked up 2 or 3, and then you put one to the side. One of them, I could hear it from here. It had a crinkle in this inside of it.
Right, I know, but none of those had anything large in it, like a falcon or anything else. They're very flat
It
bags.
won't feel like that. You won't be able to really feel it, but the crinkle will tell you. Trust me. Richard
The
even
orc,
said it.
you're not going to be able to feel anything in. The orc is really like a normal fig, other than the big shield.
Yeah. And the space ones, to be honest, it has the least amount of parts in it. It's like it's there. It feels like there's nothing in there really, and then you feel the helmet. I shouldn't be saying this because I'm so pro box, people, but dude, Richard even heard it when you picked up the third one. I was like, "Yo, that's like a crinkle in it." Like he even heard it.
Maybe if Doc was feeling it, he would be able to tell.
His little felt fingers. He's got least digits than us, so
they would glide across the plastic.
Dude, I'm proud though that your Target kept those at the register because that's how Lego marketing tells them to keep them at the register, but no one ever listens. And Walmart never listens.
Our Walmart has a section for those though.
Usually they're in the front of the store next to like baseball cards, Pokemon cards, all the little poly bags. Usually that's
like my Walmart up here where I live, the Pokemon cards are with the toys.
Yeah, in my space, they don't. In my area, they don't do it. They keep it at the register. But that's how they're supposed to do that.
They have little bins that they put all the mini things and stuff in.
Dude, it's just like the old school. Remember, like the old school bubblegum machines when we would want figures in there and we have to put in the quarter. That's why they keep them at the register. It's the same concept in marketing. That's why they would do it. But not every store listens. So
it's an add-on purchase.
Yeah, exactly. It's like an extra point of sale, like get you to grab a pack of gum, kind of thing. It's definitely a marketing tactic, but not everyone listens. God is feeling them up. I love this.
I'm glad this is record so I could download this and edit this and put it on.
Yeah, you can actually make good videos out of it. Yeah, you can make shorts out of it, bro.
Who has a jumper? Who's like floating on there?
Oh, that I don't know. The jumper. It might. No, it's not the newsboy.
There's nobody that has a jumper.
Yeah, not that I know of. I only picked the things I wanted. Like I wanted the newsboy, the orc, the space dude, and the falcon.
You might be feeling the little cone thing in the pottery woman's build.
Yeah, that could be that. Well, God, you could definitely tell if there's an orc or a falcon. You could feel like it makes a difference. There's a bag inside of the bag.
Yeah, none of these have a bag inside of a bag. That's why I want the space lady. I'm just gonna buy one at random then. I don't feel no falcon or no yada yada.
I thought that third or fourth one you picked up was one, but you never know. I'm listening through YouTube. It sounded like it had an extra crinkle to it.
It did. Like as soon as he picked it up, it sounded like it.
Yeah, it did, Richard. You even said it. Like I heard it, but we're listening through YouTube, so it could be wrong.
Yeah, I felt them all. There were no extra bags in any of those. And it looks like they only got one case at one register, and that was it. And I bet you because there's only like, what, there was 10 figures left, so somebody's already went through them anyway.
Dude, I always tell Hive, I was like, yo, and I don't see them that often, but they used to have the aisle cleaning droids in Target where I am, like the droids that clean the aisle.
Yeah,
And
we
I
have
told them to dress up
robots
as
that
Mando.
mop the floors out here. They'll,
Yeah,
oh, man, here's some more right here.
I told them to dress up as Mando and then come into the store and just attack the droid on YouTube.
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna bounce off of here.
All right.
All right, have a good night, dude.
You too. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me. Later.
Later.